I made my intro. By 2020, I was kicking hoes, though. Was getting depressed by 2021. Hoes did all that talking, but couldn't get it done. By 2022, I holler, fuck all these hoes. Had these bitches running like a drippy coke of nose. Now it's 23, and I'm still undefeated. The way I run that game, for please thinking that I cheated. 100% pure beat. Ain't no cutting me. 100% pure beat. What the fuck you mean? 100% pure beat. Yeah, I'm born and bred. 100% pure beat. You heard what I said.
Man, they come load all this bullshit, this shit, this bullshit. I'm 100% pure.
Bitches starting to act like a flock of vegan sheep. All this making and frontin', what happened to the beat? Mostly playing like kids hide and seek. Complaining that I go too hard, they call the boys on me. Forensics had to tape it off, they called it emergency. Bagged up all the evidence, trying to build a case on me. Sent it off for testing, yeah, they got my DNA. But I ain't even tripping, cause the flows gon' say I'm 100% pure beat. Qualified by pedigree, 100% pure beat. Certified by the streets, 100% pure beat. Yeah, I'm born and bred, 100% pure beat. You heard what I said.
Yeah, but it's born in the pink. 100% pure beat. Pure on blank. Demetra lit all day. Romp around, pound for pound. Showing y'all how I boogie down.
Hello, and happy Saturday, Lit Lane. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I myself have had a good weekend so far. I'm happy just to be sitting up here chilling. And I said to myself, now this is the good time to go ahead, I could actually come on here and give commentary to day stuff be happening. I just am so slow, okay? Hey, Sincere. Hey, Winter. Hey, Daniel. But I like to say, I don't just jump on the story right off. I let y'all get a chance to make up your own minds. That's what I like to say, okay? Winter says, mouth closed, open mouth. Wait a minute. Mouth closed, open mouth. Close, cause yeah, I already know what side you on. Wait, what does that mean? Hey, Daniel. Eyes open, mouth closed. So Winter saying she already know before I saw my commentary what side I'm on, which is very curious to me because in all honesty, and I promise y'all, I don't know what side she thinks I'm on, right? I don't know if she gonna, part of me say, I think that my moderator is saying that I'm on Papoose side and that I'm going to be making a lot of excuses for him. I feel like Winter may be saying that, or she may be saying and assuming that I'm going to be on Remy Ma's side and I'm going to be dragging the dog shit out of Papoose. Okay. I don't know which way she going to think I'm going to go because I don't give commentary on them. That means go ahead and give your boy some water because he'd rather dry and dirty. Yeah, but whose side you think I'm on? So we all been seeing, most of us have been seeing what's going on social media, in celebrity news, in the hip hop world with this couple, Remy Ma and Papoose, okay? And I got a new segment. I finally came up with a new name and theme for something like a new segment. Okay. So I just had that come on to me yesterday, day before, a show called It's Not That Deep. So that's what I'm working on when I cover these type of stuff, all right? But anyway, living girl, I was waiting on you. You out, I know you is. It's a pretty Saturday, but it's too hot. Every time I go outside, I'll be like, oh, hell no. And I told y'all the other day I was waiting on my part to come in from my car. It is here. But my honey working and stuff. So hopefully next week I'll be good to go with some cool air blowing. Hey, Styles Batista, girl, I was waiting on you too. Hey, Kurt Beekson, girl, I was waiting on you too. So I told y'all, like with the Papoose and Remy thing, it's not that deep. So I didn't follow this couple all through the years. I didn't pay no attention to their love story. They wrote Black Love and Romance Story when she went to prison. I didn't watch the show on TV. Okay, I didn't do none of it. So I'm really just coming in saying, okay, I don't have no sides in this shit. I'm not for Pep. I didn't look at them as no goddamn relationship goals, nothing. But I'm here for the shit and I'm here for the mess, and I'm definitely here to damn analyze and evaluate with my expertise this couple, and I might be able to help them get through this, or I may be able to just go ahead and help them say go ahead and do it. So we're gonna look at how Papoose started. Okay, Styles Boutique say, child, watched it live. I've been following them for years. Right, so I know it's a whole culture of people who, like, subculture of people who've been following them for years. I'm not one of them people. I'm not invested in them, but I love mess and I love to see, how people react to things. And I definitely form an opinion. I'm happy Pap found someone who can appreciate his kind of support. Okay. So Styles, when you say that, do that mean that you're happy he found somebody who can appreciate the support, and that you also good with Remy, or are you all team Papoose? Hey, Star Bell. So let me know in the comments, because this has been an evolving situation for years with this couple, Papoose and Remy Ma. If you already know what side or whose side you on, feel free to drop it in the chat. Team Remy, Team Pap. I don't give a damn. But I do have some commentary. So let's take a look-see here. Let me make sure I got the right one. Cause baby, I had my screen recordings. I was trying to get it uploaded. That just wasn't going right. Let's see. Papoose. This is the first one right here. And I never had no opinion and nothing to say about with Clarissa and Remy either. With they whole mess and bullshit, I think they both look crazy. But we'll get into that. And I do think Clarissa is the old. All right. Don't tell her I said that. Okay, there we go.
What's going on?
Good to see you.
I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Hey, Cheryl, you both should stop. Okay, you talk about Remy and them child. This is horrible how they just airing out all their. Yep, shaking my head. Nobody is thinking about how their kids are going to feel. This is so embarrassing on both parts. Yeah, that's all very true. All very true. Trust and believe. I ain't that cold blooded. I was like, damn, I hate to see him go out like that. But baby, I tuned all the way in. I don't even be watching IG lives. Because guess what? They real people too. Hey, Black Pearl. Hold on. I'm happy. Okay, no, I read that. Okay, huh. Oh.
All right, cool.
Good to see you, Black Pearl. Happy Saturday. Oh, Lord, y'all coming in hot. Hey, Indigo.
Everybody
say,
who know me.
Oh, yeah. We talking about this lying-ass nigga.
Everybody who know me, I don't do
this.
this.
My damn money for 8 years. And
I don't do none of this corniness. Can y'all hear me?
Oh.
All right, cool. Everybody who know me, y'all know my style.
Them crash out.
She came on here claiming
let it go.
Oh, everybody, I don't do this. Yes, you do. This is exactly the only thing you do.
That was today?
You know what I mean?
OG?
Normally, I wouldn't even entertain this.
Okay, let's see.
But the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she tried to put on Instagram before.
Okay, Tisa.
But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing, because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words.
Hey, my better.
Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane, But that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating.
Oh,
I've caught her cheating numerous times since she been home.
oh, not a hoe.
With the lane,
Oh my God.
the reason, but hold on, let's get to the point. We're gonna get to the lane.
Pause. Because I know everybody has seen this, and I am going to let it play out. I promise. I am going to let them play out. But I know already y'all done seen this. So I would hope that y'all coming to talk about it amongst this lane and hear commentary from Demetra, right? So let's get into this commentary. At this moment in time, right here, boom, boom. The minute he said he ate the first man he caught her cheating with, she has cheated numerous of times. At that moment, at that time, no matter what you feel about Pap, no matter how you've been finding that relationship, whatever, I don't give a damn anyway. As soon as I heard this man say that stuff right there out of his mouth, I already felt like, oh my God, you ain't starting off too strong with that goddamn disclosure. What type of woman gonna respect a man when a man sit there and let you goddamn walk all over him, cheat all on him, slide all up under another man? The minute he allowed that shit to go on, not once, not twice, after the first time, y'all might can talk it out and work it out and get some whatever the fuck got to go on. But 2 or 3 times, and your woman cheating on other niggas, and you still laying up under that roof, you still taking that shit, you still holding her hand, you still doing all that shit, man, you a simp already from that moment in time. And ain't no goddamn self-respecting woman gonna respect no nigga who don't respect himself. Let's continue. Boop. Hey, Levon. Oh my God. A man could be sweet, a provider, and all that shit. But an old weak spine man ain't gonna never get the respect as a stiff man. That's period.
Later.
In my opinion.
You had the audacity to mention my child, and you had the audacity to mention me not seeing my daughter. When ever since I
Big
left,
Sex Podcast.
she has not allowed me to see my daughter. She's been straight miserable. I'm gonna say it again. All men out there who ever been through this type of situation, you know how it gets when you're dealing with a miserable individual.
Oh boy.
She did not allow me to see my daughter since this first transpired at the end of last year. Blatantly,
But
I
he
went
ain't
to
been
pick my
caught
daughter
cheating,
up from
I think,
school.
until now. But you
When I went to pick my daughter up from school, Diamond was picking my daughter up because that's who has my daughter all the time. And that was one of the biggest issues I had with her because all my daughter know is mommy and daddy. She was raised with both parents. That's all she know from day one since the womb. Our entire lives has been documented. What goes on with these celebrities is they like when y'all come on their page and y'all like their posts. They like when y'all spend y'all money on their concerts, on their music. They like when y'all make them rich. So y'all become fans and y'all follow the journey of these celebrities for years and years and years, right? As y'all follow the journey of these celebrities, you basically become a part of their life because you've been following them for 10 years, 15 years sometimes. You've been a fan of a celebrity or artist. But soon as something happens, the first thing they say to the fans is, you don't know me, right? Soon as something get out there bad that they don't want you to know about, the first thing they say is, oh, you don't know my life? Yes, they do. They know you y'all know us very well. And the reason why I'm saying that is because don't allow none of these celebrities to fool you. When you hear a rumor that comes out, it's true. We are human, just like y'all, the audience, the supporters, the fans. So now you have a person here who life has been documented for decades through the fans watching us, seeing when she got incarcerated.
Happy Saturday, y'all. Max said something interesting. Hey, Demetra, this is a teachable moment. You don't know who your relationship with until you break up. Now, that sounds good, Mac, and that makes sense. But I beg to differ. I think you know who a person is after you've been in a relationship for some length of time. The only thing is you just think they ain't going to do it to you. I think that's what that is a lot of time. People, you see who that person is, and you just think y'all done been through enough loved each other at one point enough, da 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 da, where you just think that this person that you know them to be, they not gonna do it to you.
Watch me visit her every day for a year straight.
Is he
Watch me
broke?
bring her
It sounds like
35
broke
pounds
from
of food a month. Watch me hold
he
her
say he
down.
paying some,
Watch
she
me in the
say she paying
courtroom
shit. And hey,
get
what
into
happened Saturday?
altercations with court officers over her. Witness when she came home. Witness me go build the anticipation for her to come out of prison. Had a different artist do a drop every single day. Oh, the queen is coming. The return of the queen, right? All the fans witnessed her come home, witnessed us have the big wedding ceremony, followed our entire journey. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. You ever notice I never erased nothing on my page? All you gotta do is scroll down. The same page that she utilized today to lie for an hour straight and tell all these fabricated stories, the same page I created. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. We get back
Oh,
to that
it's
later.
there. You keep dropping shit about her.
I went to
Basically,
pick
now
my
you
daughter
baiting
up from
her.
school. There's a young lady who
What you
was
talking on
picking
it
my
live?
daughter up from school. And I notified her, hey, I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter,
She don't
gave her
get
a
no points.
hug, gave her
Hold
a
on.
kiss.
Went to say these men worse than score women. True, that could be the case at times. People have been aware of their business for a few years now because of him. She been quiet. Well, hell, don't you think any woman that's cheating on a man and looking like the slut, her own self record gonna be quiet? She wasn't no good light. Y'all know how the double standard of the world is today. A man can cheat and get 1,000 goddamn passes, be forgiven, and be understood, even if it's corrected or down talk. You kind of give a man a pass because it's what? It's in their nature. A woman expectations of a woman and they decency and loyalty is way higher, right? So a woman, women go through a hard motherfucking time when they be unfaithful. When they be unfaithful, women get slut shamed, okay, mother shamed, all kind of shit.
So things you do when you see
So
your
yeah,
child.
she was being quiet.
Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day. So after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked up from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that.
Wait. So if Pap used Remy royalties to pay his living expenses and gifts for his kids while she was in jail, then yes, he is broke. But I don't know what happened while he was in prison. But if he was supporting her while she was in prison and helping with her children and helping her family and stuff like that, then how he be broke? And even if he was living and doing and conducting himself out of her money while she was in prison, wouldn't that make him be working as like a executive assistant or some shit like that? Wouldn't he be due a salary? A lot of time with these celebrity couples, when one of them is the forefront celebrity, the other one be giving themselves a salary as some type of like administration or something. Oh, girl, her son was with her mama. I told y'all, I'm not invested. I'm gonna drop the.
That you have the audacity to open your mouth and say that I haven't
Yeah,
seen my
I'm
daughter,
sorry.
not only due to the fact that you didn't allow me to see her, since I finally got tired of your lies, tired of your narcissism and moved on, but the fact that
Diamond B.
while you was running out here cheating with this lame, not only cheating with this lame, you allowed him to destroy your entire life. You use all you talking this money talk. You use all of your money. And I want y'all to know this, because I know a lot of people. I don't want to come across as I'm upset, but you know what? I am upset. You know why I'm
Oh,
upset?
thank you for saying you upset. We
Because you
know
mentioned
this.
my children. You had the audacity to mention my children, and you had the audacity Can y'all hear me? Because some people complaining about the audio. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, Mac, I'm
Let me
playing
know
off
if y'all can
real.
hear me. Can
But
you
this
hear me
the
now?
first. He haven't said that yet.
If you can hear me, let me know.
Child,
A
we
few people
hear you.
saying they
Keep
can't hear
talking.
me.
Hold on.
Let me
How
know
will
if y'all
you
can hear
know
me.
if Remy isn't with Lil Reminisce when he left 12,
I'm not
14?
covering the mic. Y'all saying
Wait,
I'm covering the
Indigo,
mic.
we
I
ain't
let it
got
go
there
now.
yet. Y'all
It's
don't
good.
go in front of him. No, not yet.
Brooklyn
They're gonna
Jad in here. Jad, can you hear me? Because you all
tell
right, now,
me.
yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody who know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions, I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never
Okay,
come on
Winston.
social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back, even when I got stabbed in my back by the person that I moved mountains for.
No, y'all know good and well that commissary is fiscal in prison, right? And y'all know they give them bags and they do be weighed. So that's something that the inmates should be bragging about. Man, I got, it's all good to say I got 1,000 on my books. It's all good to say I got 31 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I got 31 pounds coming in. Man, I gotta go pick up some 31 pounds. Man, I got 31 pound shipment coming in. You know what I'm saying? How they be laughing and shit up for prison life,
Fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to. I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing. I just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people like, yo, Pat, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
making me laugh.
that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said,
So I think he got a
you
son that's
abandoned.
homosexual or
You
something.
abandoned my child for
Ooh,
months. I'm sorry, for days at a time.
what?
Knowing she had to go to school the next day,
What?
knowing I had to go to work the next day, since you want to get up on you and say, "Oh, you don't have a job," because when I
What?
got the executive position at TuneCore initially,
Mhm.
knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane.
Oh, not stayed out with the
You stayed out
lane.
with the.
No, Papoose, at this moment in time, it don't matter what you done. It don't matter, nigga. The fact that you sitting here on God's internet and saying that you was at home, the baby was at home, everybody was in the right rooms, the right beds at the right times in that household, but your wife, and she was out and stayed out over a motherfucking night. And the fact that you sat there and dealt with that shit, child, dude, Pap, at this point in time, you are the lame, nigga. You the lame. Damn, you the lame. Even sitting here talking about this shit like this is the lame. I'm gonna need these men to get some goddamn self-dignity and respect. Period. Sweet Toy 7777. I love Sweet Toys. Hey everyone, Remy always been the bigger star. Correct. Can we all agree Clarissa and Kiki Palmer joking about when Clarissa gonna fight Remy started all this? Well, they keep blaming Remy. And then, Remy has an almost unlikable type of deal, but like pretty girls like herself often do. They have to deal with unlikableness. You know what I'm saying? It's in the fact that they're easily despised, But then, hey, if Papoose wasn't sitting there taking all this shit from her, she wouldn't have never felt like it was okay to go to lengths that she was doing. It wouldn't have been okay to be fucking with this nigga. It wouldn't have been okay to be staying out all night. You know what I'm saying? You treat these men the way they allow themselves to be treated. If I got a nigga who gonna let me walk all over the fuck on them and do what the fuck I want to do, then guess what? That's what I'm going to do. And the whole time while I'm doing that, and he taking it, I'm going to start hating that man. That man is gonna become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller in my eyes. And if it go on long enough, this is my experience, and a man sit there and tolerate that shit from me and kiss my ass, I'm going to really despise him. It's going to become to the point where I really hate him. Like, ugh. Then I get to the point where I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I can do and just see how lame you really are. And it sounds like Remy was really doing that to this nigga.
Lame.
He telling us.
You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lame while your daughter was crying for you.
Hey, Bougie, ain't he?
Tears.
Yes, the Lord's internet.
Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and
Remy
what I
full
got.
of shit too, sweetheart.
Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth.
Ooh.
And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone, you know how iPhones work. When I was younger, I used to be able to write rhymes in my head, create rhymes in my head, and remember them. Just like that. As time went on, I got a little older, I started to write rhymes in my email draft. Now, if you have an iPhone, you go in your email draft. If anybody come around me and we're in the flesh next to each other,
oh man,
you can type. I can type in any
if
word.
He wasn't broke, she would have
from
more
one of her
respect for him.
songs.
True.
And her entire rap will come
He
up.
put himself in a position to get
the entire verse will come up. I never asked for a penny. I never asked for credit. She was my wife. I didn't want anything from her. I just wanted to see her win.
No, I think they both wrong.
Like I said.
Oh yeah,
I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth since I met her. Y'all said it. Y'all said it numerous times. Oh, we know that's Pat behind that pen. Did I ever agree with y'all? Did I ever put it out there? I never said I wrote her rhymes. I left it. I didn't need the credit. All I wanted her to do was win. Wrote the rhymes, did the contracts, security, the whole shit. So you fabricating these stories, and it's very weird that you're talking all of this money talk, but in your background, it's everything that I bought. All of the utilities are in my name. So all of this fabrication about, oh, he don't pay no bills, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. If you analyze her life, the whole thing is about all of this money talk. Why? Because she wants y'all to think that she's this big shot. I don't need to come up here and perpetrate no fraud like I'm a big shot, like I'm this and I'm that. For the simple fact that I speak with my actions. You want to talk about black love? Anybody who follow me, they know I've always been pro-black and had knowledge of self since I was a teenager. So I've represented that since I came in the door before I even knew you. Okay? So don't ever talk about black love and what else she said? I gotta remember. So, first and foremost, very bipolar, very delusional. This is a person who will sit in front of you. She will post that live and she'll say later, I didn't do that. I wasn't on live.
Oh Lord, I didn't deal with them type of people.
She will say something to you and 10 minutes later say, I never said that.
Happy Saturday, tea pep all day.
And I don't want to talk bad about her, man.
Papoose,
that's something that I never wanted to do.
Thank you for
That's why when this took place, when she first got caught cheating with the lame, I brought it to her attention. I said, first of all, I couldn't even believe that she was stooped that low because he's such a cornball. Y'all see it, y'all say it yourself. I'm like, yo, there's no way it's this nigga. Because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, damn, who is this nigga? Because, we were living a normal, peaceful life, raising our child like we planned to. And she started to move real strange.
Now hit the light for me.
So in the process of her moving strange, it became stranger and stranger, worse and worse. So I said, damn, I got to see what's going on. What the hell is going on? I started to do my research. As I did my research, I found out she was cheating with the lame. So once I find out, I brings it to her attention. I said, mind you, I didn't knock him out because he slept with my wife. Like I told y'all before, the reason I knocked him out was because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. It's a difference.
Okay, so let's talk about that because that made it to my notes, right? That made absolute 1,000 sense. That makes sense to me what he said. It wasn't so much I'm just gonna run up on him and fight him because of the affair. But nigga, you look me dead in my motherfucking face. You look me dead in my motherfucking face. You know my people. I know your peoples. We know we didn't go. You know what I'm saying? And then you disrespect me just like that. Yeah, that's some foul ass shit. So I'm okay with Papoose. Of course he's supposed to lay that nigga on his back. Period, point blank. But after you lay him on his back and he keep laying your wife on his back, it's pretty much time to wrap that up and stop talking about it. Because guess what? You might knock him out for the disrespect portion of it all, the man thing to do. But shit, it's like you knocking yourself out when you keep fucking with the bitch who keep running after him. Ugh. I can't stand no weak ass man. Papoose did better not going live, not saying shit. The more he don't say shit, the more he able to get the public's sympathy, the public opinion of compassion, and oh, he's such a nice guy, and he's so handsome, oh, he's such a lyrical genius, and oh, he's way more attractive on mute. Because all this shit here, oh my God.
But let me tell y'all this.
He sound like that nigga.
So I bring it to her attention that that I found out that she's sleeping with the lame. She tells me, him? Why him? why him out of all people? Not Goods, not Hitman. My word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my word shall fail. This was her exact words.
Yeah, she was gaslighting you. You're an idiot. Where's his friends? Of course she gonna tell you him. Oh no, why him? Of course she gaslighting your motherfucking ass. She trying to throw you off. Of course she gonna act like, I don't want to talk to him. Of course. And for you to be sitting here talking about, oh my God, I cannot with Papoose. Oh my God. Papoose might be sweet. He might be romantic. He might be considerate. He might be the type of nigga send flowers, open the doors, do all that good ass shit. But you can't stop a lame man from being a lame ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Period. And he lame for even tolerating this thing.
I said, Rem,
the gaslight.
I know you're dealing with the lame.
So what you gonna do?
I know it.
So what you gonna do?
First and foremost, how I first fell on my radar that she was cheating with the nigga, he was running his mouth and it came back to me.
That's when you should put a stop to it.
This nigga out here telling niggas he fucking your wife. I said, word. So I did a little bit more research, connect a couple more dots. I finds out. She tells me this. Okay, I finds out. Mind you, it's not the first time she cheated.
Yeah, Clarissa gonna beat his ass.
You know what I mean? I continued the marriage because I live by my wedding vow. I try to live by my wedding vows. Richer for poor, sicker for health, sickness and health. You know what I'm saying? Better for worse, and death to us part. So you try to work through things. Anybody out there who's married, y'all understand. So I found out she cheating with the lame. I bring it to her attention. Of course, we have an altercation, like basically argument back and forth or whatever transpired, right? Okay. She decides, and I decide that we're going to go to therapy, but she brings it to my attention, to be honest. She said, I think we should do therapy. I said, okay. Even though I'm private and I don't like to speak to people about my personal business, that was a very difficult thing for me to do. But I said, you know what? Let's do the therapy. We go to the therapist.
I like it.
Go to the therapist. The therapist's first question is, do you guys want a divorce or do y'all want to work it out?
What'd she say?
Me and her both said we want to work it out. So
lying.
When she comes on live and say, we haven't slept in the bed since 2022, and to make it seem like and fabricate a story, like we had some agreement, you such a liar. There was no agreement. When I found out you was with the lame,
boom. See, I like people who know what side they on. Kathy came in happy, said, hey, Kathy.
Shitted on them. Basically said, yo, why would I be with him? Why you think I would be with him? And then you wanted to go to therapy. So check it out now. Check it out. So when we go to therapy, the therapist says, do y'all want to get a divorce or do y'all want to work it out? Me and her both said we want to work it out. I'm going to be honest. Because honestly, I didn't want to
pause because I think this, I don't know if it was you who mentioned about some kids earlier. I think it was Winter. And already I keep saying disclaimer, I ain't followed these people for years. Okay. So I know that Papoose got some kids and I know that Remy Ma got some kids. So did Papoose have outside kids since the time they've been dating and since the time she went to prison and then when they got married? Did he have kids on Remy Ma? Is that what you're saying? Let me know.
Not live under the same roof.
Oh, women. Because if he had kids, I thought he didn't have no children at all. That's what I thought. Because why in the hell was he begging Remy Ma to have a baby for him when she got out of prison? I remember I saw that much. I didn't even see the wedding and shit, but I do remember seeing on TV where it seemed like he was pressuring her and begging her to have a baby for him, and she didn't want to do that. Hey, D-Love. She has one son prior to him. So Remy Ma got 2 kids. The son that she had before him and the 6-year-old little girl she got with him. Okay, got it. It's a man's world. Man built the trains. Girl, not the James Brown bijou. Let me see. Pap is a rap genius. I love both of them. Let's call it all out. Right. Just give it to the people in the public like now, and we can help them fix it up. This isn't the moves of a man over a marriage. Shaking my head. No, it's not. I like both of them. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's about the child thing. I like and dislike them both. I don't have no.
As my 5-year-old.
Period.
I love all my kids the same, but when you have children, and everyone knows that about me. Everybody who know me, y'all know my character. Y'all know her character. Very rude, very disrespectful, not just to me, to everyone.
Yeah, but you
that
loved
speaks
it.
volumes.
Sure.
I didn't want to we planned to raise her with both parents. That was the plan. So I did not want to not live under the same roof with my little girl. I was there from the moment she came out of the womb, and I intended, and I always told her, I want to be there to the moment we take her to her prom. So she graduates high school, college, get her degrees. I want to be there to take my daughter to her prom. And I told her that. So I never wanted to leave from under the roof with my baby. That's why I stayed around for this nonsense.
Oh no, because I thought you was just singing, Bijou. Now I see it. When I went back up, you said Papoose. You went on past the lyric and you said, like James Brown said, Papoose a creator. Right. I didn't finish reading it. I'm glad you had me go back and read that again. No, I don't mind. Child,
And I don't want to go away from
what
the
you
point.
said. If I don't like something, I'm gonna cuss you out.
So we did the therapy. The therapist gave us that option. We both said we want to work it out. She said, "This is the plan. I'm going to give y'all a plan to work it out." She said, "Pap."
I thought
because like I told y'all previously, once I seen that she was cheating, like she was moving real strange. I'm talking about leaving for hours at a time. Every time I questioned it, it was a lie, just strange behavior. So once I noticed that she was moving strange, I started to do my research. Let me pause it and say something then. Okay, so with the understanding that Pap have outside kids besides Remy Ma, which I would have thought the way he was pressuring her about having a goddamn baby, that the man didn't have no motherfucking kids, but whatever. He got kids, she got kids. With that being said, he 4 kids, 3 kids deep in the game before his last baby, then guess what? Yeah, you wanted to have a baby with your wife. Yes, you wanted to raise your daughter. Yes, you had all these loving daddy-daughter family unit dreams. But you also a grown-ass man with 3 previous goddamn kids. And you know sometimes things don't work out like that. So with all that being understood, you sitting there taking this level of disrespect and fuckery, Papoose, you blaming it on, I just wanted to be in the house with my child. I just wanted to do. That's bullshit. And you want to look like the hero and you want some sympathy. Get off the gas. I can't stand that old bullshit. So the therapist said, because she told the therapist,
you wanted to be in the house with
kids, she got all these lies to y'all about me. The only thing she told the therapist was,
both sides.
He doesn't trust me. He's going to keep looking behind me and trying to, find out what I'm doing. But the only reason why I was looking behind her is because she was moving strange. So I agreed to, not show distrust or whatever. And the therapist told her, Remy, since you're saying that it's only business with this dude moving forward, but y'all have a last event coming up, after this event, you're going to cut all ties with this individual. This is what the therapist said. She said, Pap, because I told Rim back then, before I even clipped him, I said, when I catch son, I'm putting him down. I'm putting him down. He violated, you know what I'm saying? And what I noticed, when I found out, I noticed that every time me and her stepped out and made an appearance, he'd go post on his gram, do little sucker shit. He'd go make a post on his story about us. So I'm watching this. Mind you, y'all, I'm not saying nothing the whole time. I know this nigga sleeping with my wife, but I ain't saying nothing. Feel me? I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't saying nothing. Son doing sucker shit on the gram. That's cool. I ain't paying that no mind. We go to therapy. The therapist come up with the plan. We put the plan together. The therapist said she has this event coming up at Sony Hall, which was the battle between him and Hitman. She said, you can go to the event, right? But don't knock him. Don't do nothing to this individual. She said, I said, I'm gonna go to the event. I'm gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do nothing. After the event, she's supposed to leave the dude alone, right? I go to the hold on a second, man. Give me 1 second. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I a million percent believe that he's playing this for public opinion. You know, the way he's saying different things. But of course, he get to a certain point on here where you got to come out and say something. How many things he gonna let just slide in front of people? You know, golly, you know it's, you know, you play internet games, you get caught up in it. You know, it wasn't nothing for him to do except to just shut the fuck all the way up. He would have had to just shut all the way the fuck up. Period. Never say nothing. And apparently he got tired of
back to the subject of the matter. So I go to the event. It's the battle with him and Hitman. Everybody there. Everybody remember that event. Y'all notice I never came on the stage.
I think he would have been so much more effective and so much more like, he could have just came on and played one of his old songs and just looked at the camera and just smiled or did his like little masking, little mean mugging in camera. That's cuter. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize when they open their mouth, sometimes they just really fuck up. I'm guilty of doing that a lot.
Right? Never came on the stage, stayed in the crowd, fell back. Watched the entire little week battle, whatever. You know what I'm saying? On his behalf, because he's trash. Watch him do his little trash battle. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm watching,
right,
I never did
easily
nothing.
Unlikable.
When we left the battle, I went home with my daughter. She went home with the lame. Went home with the lame. Okay.
You so hurt.
She came home. She went home with the lame, stayed out all night, came home probably like the next morning. When she came home, after that, the baby is there. I ain't tripped. Kept it moving, kept raising my daughter, kept it pushing.
But I know he ain't been just everywhere just talking and whining and crying like he doing now. This something
I reached out to the
like to me.
To the therapist, let her know what transpired. We went to the event. Everything was everything. After those couple days,
exactly, yo, Mac.
Me, her, and my daughter, we all sleep in the same room. We go to bed. I'm saying it's bedtime. We sleep together in the same bed every night. As we sleeping in the bed, I fall asleep. My daughter's in the middle of us. So it's 2 beds in our room now at this time because she started doing weird things around the crib or whatever. So me, her, and my daughter in the same bed. It's another bed over there. I wake up. It's just me and my daughter in the bed. So I get up. I see her in the other bed. So I go over to the other bed. And as I go to the other bed, I notice that her phone is on. When I pick up the phone, I see the lame on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. She on the phone with the lame.
So you mean to tell me she didn't crawl up out of y'all family bed with you and the baby and her to go lay in another bed so she can go talk to her other man and fall asleep with that nigga? You mean to tell me she in love with that other man, right? To the point that she wait till your ass go to sleep and hurry up to go sleep on a smaller, uncomfortable, not even the ceiling or nothing, just so she can go to sleep with the man she love, okay, or interested in, on the phone in her ear. Diamond B, you better so you sleeping in the bed with your wife, knowing she's sleeping with the lame, knowing she ain't come home after the show, knowing she already told the goddamn marriage counselor that after the show and after the event she was gonna leave it alone. She ain't leave it alone, and yet at a event y'all was all at, she left with that nigga. Boy, boo. Do your mama know you was saying all this on goddamn public internet? Oh my God.
So,
and that's why when a man act like this, you treat him like
I woke her up. Hey, what's going on? This is what you doing in here? This is what you doing?
I mean, what else
she
you supposed to do?
Start lying again, fabricating, this, that, and the third. Long story short, she kept cheating with the lane.
That's Junior High shit, yeah, man.
Okay. Move forward from that.
Yes, Mo Battle. This is horrible.
Another battle comes up.
This one made me mad at him.
The lane not on the card. He's not on the card. It's just another event. But mind you, like I told y'all previously, I'm there for my daughter. I'm there being a father. I'm not going to allow the situation to take me away from my child. So what I did was kept raising my daughter, even though I know that.
Boo. We're not gonna take that as no excuse no more. Yeah, it sounds cute. Yeah, okay, it sounds like the honorable thing to do. But any honorable, self goddamn respected man would never sat there and played them type of whole ass games. So therefore, you need to stop putting that baby in the midst of shit. Period.
She's
It ain't her
narcissist, very contradictory,
Happy
very
Saturday,
bipolar. I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep raising
It's
my
messy,
daughter. I'm not
messy. I
gonna
love
let
it.
this
Cause it ain't
situation
my
take to remove me from under the roof of my child. I kept raising my daughter, take my daughter to school
right,
every
Indigo.
single day, doing everything a father's supposed to do. In the process of me raising my daughter, another event is coming up later on down the line. The lane is not on the card.
He do better saying, I want to stay in the household because me and my wife at the time, we have a business situation. One moment. You know, it's a business deal. You know what I'm saying? It made more sense financially to try to make this situation work. You know, and I wanted to be in the same household with my daughter. Just simply keep saying over and over and over just about the daughter. Nah, nigga, it's got to be about some money. It's got to be about something you can't afford to leave. It's got to be. Period. Or you just weak as hell. She came home from prison and had to rebuild an empire that she left for him to take care of. And we saw Evie of that woman. And we saw evidence of that on the show. Fat Joe was her help. Hey, Lady Steph. But if she's going to find a lame to mess around with, couldn't he at least been an upgrade from Papoose? Joining late. Hey, Demetri in chat. Right, because guess what? I don't take women my serious either, and I damn sure don't take that nigga who she fucking with serious. Oh my god, that picture that Papoose put up on there of that dude, he looks so bullshitty. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, I don't know these people. It ain't that deep. I just know that this is great talking points because it's a lot of ways up in that he talking about that he set himself up for this shit. He set himself up. When I was a young woman, 20 something and all that type of shit, 20, 30s and all that type of shit, I promise you, I used to say, you find a sucker, play a sucker. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say people teach you how to treat them? I used to be of a mindset that if a man tell me or if a man shows me that the way he want me to treat him is like a flunky, a fool, a simp, a trick, then who am I not to do it and treat him like he want to be treated? They say people teach you how to treat him. He told Remy Ma a long time ago, he showed her, you can treat me with this level of disrespect. You can treat me like a flunky. You can treat me like I'm, like I'm a do boy for you. He probably read my hand too hard.
I'm going to the event because I go to all the events. I'm going to the event, but I'm hoping the lane ain't there.
He can't
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have to really put my hands on him.
15% or none of that.
Cool. I'm getting dressed. She leave. They start the event. I'm still at the crib. I get dressed. I go to the. Matter of fact,
because we talking about all the points.
I can't even put that out there. Anyway, let me just say this. I found out the lane was there. I said, she got to be kidding me, man. I done told you I'm going to put this nigga down and you bring him to the event. I done told you numerous times, when I catch this nigga, I'm going to put him down. Mind you, I finds out she got an apartment 40 minutes away from our crib where she lays up with the lane, leaves and says she's going to work, leaves, say she's going to do this and do that, but she goes to the crib. I've been there. I can actually give y'all the address. So,
oh my God.
She got another crib, and shout the. I don't even want to put this nigga under the bus, man. But this another individual who was married and got a crib not too far from the home of his family. But I ain't gonna put him out there. But she did the same thing. Weirdo shit. So anyway, I go to the event. Now I already know I'm coming there. I'm putting this nigga down. I'm gonna be honest with you. Truthfully, I really wanted to really hurt him. But I decided at the last minute, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just put my hands on this nigga. I get to the
oh Lord. Oh Lord. And then I was trying to screen record it, and it seemed like Instagram videos or something. I don't know if they repeat or what, or if he repeat himself. I couldn't tell when it started or finished. Okay, this him just talking. Yeah, he must have been lying about that goddamn fight. The Lord don't like liars. Look at it. The Lord muted him. That's fucked up. He must have been capping about that lethal knockout punch. He must have been lying, y'all. The whole sound went out. That shit is funny. Let's see if he tell a story the same way with the little punches and shit. Let's see if he tell his fight story again the same way. I can see him just wanting to keep his family together and still being in love with his wife. I don't think that's lame. No. That's honorable, Kathy. But it becomes lame when you lose respect, self-respect.
Right.
Somebody said for yourself.
We stepped at the
and
park.
dignity for yourself. That's when it becomes lame.
So I go in the spot. I'm walking through the spot.
In my opinion,
I don't see the lame. Everybody look like the lame to me.
In my opinion.
I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room,
I'm gonna say, did he have a video? Okay. Okay, T-Line, thank you.
Mind you, she been lying, saying she ain't with the nigga. She don't deal with him. All this corny shit, right? I see the lane. Y'all already know. Went in his mouth.
I didn't know who Clarence was.
Off the muscle. What happened was, he thought I came to talk. He thought I was about to talk. Ain't none of that. We don't do that. Mom, right in his mouth off the muscle.
Hell no, she
whooped him out, dead on his feet, hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I know. Everybody telling me I shouldn't talk about this, but this nigga's a lame. Do what you got to do. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Stomped him out and all that.
What?
Bad. Hole in my knuckle, everything.
Oh, yeah.
But like I told you, I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and then slept with my wife.
And kept sleeping with a child.
But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lame, I started to notice that he had something on her.
Oh, Lord.
And I felt like he was blackmailing her.
Okay, at this point in time, Lane, listen to, I don't know if it's a term for this, which y'all finna hear, but this is the perfect example of self-gaslighting, okay? Y'all finna watch this nigga sit here and gaslight himself, which tells me he did this type of self-gaslighting in the midst of that relationship, and that's what turned him into a sucker in this relationship. Listen to this bullshit.
I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because the way she was moving and behaving. So I'm gonna play an audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this got sent to me because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth.
Well, I'm gonna let him play the audio, then we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about this. We're gonna talk about it after. Let me let him play it. Let me not jump the gun.
They recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone. Let me just play it. Hold on. It's lame. Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention.
Oh, you see it too, huh, sweetheart? Yeah.
Is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out on days my daughter got to go to school. She's my daughter's calling. She's not answering the phone. I'm calling. She's not answering when she with this
that
lame.
Part, yeah.
Then she's with this lame for days at a time.
Oh,
it's like
please
crackhead behavior.
Up.
Something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on with her and this lame? So I brought it to.
It was at this moment, y'all. Yeah, self-gaslighting, like a self-lit. I don't know. But if y'all hear people talking about that in the social media world, I made that up. Self-gaslighting. Now, somebody savvier than me gonna make a good term for it, okay? But anywho, it was at this moment, y'all. Because I was watching it live. Shout out to Sticks Girl who let me know to watch the live. Child, at this moment, what he finna say and where we at in this conversation video too, I became convinced Brace yourselves. It was at this moment I became convinced that Papoose must have a small penis. Okay? At this moment, what y'all finna hear to me sound like nothing but little dick energy. Okay? Now, Remy Ma gotta be smoking crack. Now, Remy Ma gotta be, she gotta be smoking crack and blackmail. No, at this point in time, Papoose, what you fail to recognize what you're doing to people who like literally listening to this shit is you're literally telling the world that this woman could not keep herself from being underneath this other man. In spite of her trying to do her family, in spite of her trying to keep a public persona, in spite of her trying to be decent in front of her child, in spite of maybe getting caught, in spite of all that, she could not stop going to get that freezer meat. Shout out to the Diddy trial, okay? She wanted this man freezer meat to the point of it was no stopping her other than short of chaining her in the house. So this made me to believe it's something with you sexually. Somehow, some way, she just not into you no more. Period. At this point in time, this woman showing you it sounds like to me, and this is based off of how this man talking. It sounds to me like a woman who is sick of a nigga to the point that you do anything and everything because you be like, God damn, what do I have to do so this nigga can leave? God damn. Have you ever been in a relationship where you don't want to leave? And so y'all, you be in a relationship so goddamn miserable, but it's a point of staying because of pride and ego and meanness that you start trying to outlast one another. You're going to drive the other one away. It's a battle of who going to put up with the most shit. It's a battle of who going to goddamn break the other one. It's the matter of damn near if you don't stop playing them dangerous games, that's how people become unalive. Because they won't just leave. Won't just leave. What they call that movie was The War of the Roses.
Attention. I said, yo, listen, if
they
you
sit
black
there
now
and
you be
disrespect
holding
each
something
other
over
and
you,
make each other
let me know, and we can handle that. You can handle that too. I brought that to her attention. But everything I'm telling y'all is not in order. It's just throughout
the trauma response
throughout
to
the situations. So I bring it to her attention. I say, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you, we can handle it.
Abuse. I'm just saying. That's all right.
She wouldn't say it, but then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife.
Yeah, she does like this.
I still got all these texts, so I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. She's saying things like that, and I'm like, damn, this is not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording.
She saying shit like that on her text as she getting pounded in by the next man. Okay, she not saying that on the way home or when she get back home from doing that shit. She's saying that and still getting pounded. Now, Bass Reeves, I don't know if it's Bass or Bass, but Bass Reeves say if Remy say she cheated because of size difference, he might not be able to recover from that. Right. But y'all do realize that, well, I say shit like it's just a point of fact, right? But I feel if this keeps going the way they're going right now, like if he come out again like this, I think Remy is gonna say that type of shit. Period, point blank, because she already said that I'm gonna say the things that you don't want me to say, and I'm gonna say the things you think I'm too good that I'm not gonna say. Oh, I'm gonna say it. She said that. And you already know that's gonna be the next part. The next part gonna be like, look, nigga, I tried to be nice, but damn, your dick is little and your head is trash. Damn. That's gonna happen next. He gonna get his feelings really, really hurt. And I'm not against him. I'm not for him, against him. I ain't for that bitch or against him. But he's setting himself up to get his feelings hurt. Because at this point in time, with her doing all this shit, and it's not even for another man with more money or none of that type of shit, it's probably because of the penis. It sounds like his sex ain't as good as his goddamn pen.
Right now. This is the lame saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, man. So far as she saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of it. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about when I'm saying that shit, that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's sparking is because you do all these shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio?
Okay, yeah, play it again.
Let me play it again.
Yeah, man. So far, she saying she fuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, the texts, the videos of it. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's sparking is because you.
Now bear witness to this. You just heard.
Y'all tell me what y'all think. What that sounded like to me was somebody knowing they being set up and recorded, and so they give them what they looking for. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like they probably was in cahoots. That dude, Easy, I think that's his name, and Remy, they just goddamn sound like they just went ahead and said, yeah, let's give them niggas to work with and everything, so we get caught and everything, it can look good, and I can say that you was extorting me and that you was blackmailing me, and you can take the fall and you can hold the ball. That's what it sounded like to me, because who just sit on the phone talking like that, chatting like that, and shit like that, and to somebody who obviously that close enough to the person to get a whole recording to them. You know what I'm saying? T-Long say that's what Remy said. What Remy said, girl? What I said? What I just said right now, like it's a setup? Because if Remy said that, I didn't hear that. I'm just on it. Girl, I'll be hip to this type of shit. That's why I don't be in no relationship really long and stuff like that, because I'll be a little bit too.
This lane,
and I don't play games.
Who she was dealing with since 2022, say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's going to go whenever I say so.
Yeah, Kathy, it sounds like Pap
I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating going to go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm going to be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm going to get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lame, the knockout victim, saying he got videos of her. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, are you high? She moves very strange. I seen a video.
It was at this moment that he rather think that she doing drugs than to just accept and believe that she just really tell him that type of shit because she really just think he that lame, and she really just think you that stupid, and she really just think you gonna just have to sit there and take whatever she tell you. You know how when somebody tell you something real stupid and you be like, it's so goddamn unreasonable that when they saying it to you, you start giving them all type of excuses for why they saying that, like, oh, they must be drunk, or oh, they must be fucked up, or he must not be feeling good, or he must forgot. No, they just this man need counseling, y'all, and he really talking this shit out on the internet, and the way he talking and rambling. Oh my God, I would love to know how he feel. And then, you know, mind y'all, in the first video clip, he specifically made it a point to puff his chest out about he the type of man that when he puts stuff on his social media, he doesn't go back and scrub it. He doesn't go back and delete it. He doesn't go back and hide it. He leaves it there. So because of the fact to me that he made it a point to point that out and to try to put himself like he don't have nothing to hide, he don't do that like other people do, like her and them, whatever. Nah, he can't even take this shit down. He's stuck. He's stuck.
When she looked outside herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style.
Oh, Lord.
But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this
he already
money,
bragged about
and
he
I
don't do
wrote
that.
90% of your rhymes since I met you. I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album.
Exactly. Why would
I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all. 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics pop up. The whole rapper pop up. But let me say this though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up. Have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What he was at? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rapper is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. What did she how did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, so are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that a question? Am I done with you? I said, she said, you moving forward with the divorce? I said, yes. My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to Rim, we said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule
I
allows
can see that,
I have been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce.
I can see that being
where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to.
Let me pause and go ahead and get this little piece of commentary before I don't give it. Which should probably come up, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it right here because it came up earlier and I said I was gonna wait. One thing I can definitely kind of imagine, you know how you be feeling obligated to somebody, you know. So years ago, back in the Gap, you know, when he stayed by her with that prison stuff and they supposed to be black glove goals and all that type of shit. You know, sometimes you feel obligated to that. You feel obligated to live up to people's perception and people's expectation of you. You know, she sound like she been over him. Sound like she been over him, been outgrew him. And at the time, you know, it sounded like she just felt stuck. Or maybe even both of them felt stuck with each other. You know? But she don't owe this man her life because he put 35 pounds of food on her books every goddamn month. He don't owe her his life because he came to that prison every goddamn day.
Just in recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that
somebody should have told him to shut up.
She wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back with me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness.
It sounds like he started
for years and years and years for the sake of my child.
But even if they started it, right? Or if Remy didn't, you know, when that Clarissa thing started, Clarissa, you know, from what I can see, because I ain't following all hard and close now. That's my disclaimer. But I honestly didn't start hearing all this different shit about Remy and this dude relationship as to the forefront until Clarissa Shields got involved. When Clarissa Shields got involved, that's when it seemed like, well, if you somebody like me who don't follow them, you had no choice but to hear about it because it started being up and down and trending. You know, it sounds like the problem is goddamn Clarissa.
Moving on along, I just played the audio to y'all of the lame admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying,
not but yesterday.
But before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm gonna tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's what this look is giving.
You want to be funny?
Give me some water. I'll be right back.
But I'm gonna be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, "Oh, my mother called me." And how lover said, "Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son." First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, person that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do.
See, I think he must be, is Pep really a nerd who can rap and write rhymes or something? Is that what I'm seeing here? Is that he's really kind of L7 or something? Or is he a street dude? I thought he was supposed to be like a street dude because, excuse me, I'm getting so confused with how he carrying, right? I'm just really getting confused of like, and not having known him just from just being like trending and shit like that. I thought he was supposed to be like a street dude, but he's sounding like very square. He's sounding very square, or either is this like a role or image he's trying to portray? Because either he's very disingenuous and really playing this good guy role to the hilt, to the point that it's unbelievable at this point to me, or he just real simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to take him. I just don't.
So we already played the audio of the lame, the knockout victim, soft, didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped him and kept it pushing. But the fact that
he both of them,
I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down on him. I said, damn, this nigga be talking all this gangster shit. And he ain't even going.
No, okay, I'm glad you said that because I'll be losing my train of thought. The reason why I'm saying that is because of the fact, the reason why I made the point I did is because when he said about the family, if this man, this is that green shit, right? Either he green or just dumb or something. If he really think that this girl family gonna side with him and love him and gonna side with him because of the fact that they know her, he retarded. That's her family. Yeah, they know her, the good, bad, and ugly. And guess what? They're going to pick her side over your side any goddamn time. And if they do keep fucking with you, it's the goddamn because they think you're lame too. And they want to keep getting something out you.
Fight back?
Oh my God.
Nigga was like a dead headlights.
A grave disservice.
That's another story. Knocked him out. No mystery.
He dumb.
Had to get a tetanus shot. Knocked his tooth out and all that. Hole in my hand. The whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me? Should I play the lame first? Should I play the lame saying that he the knockout victim saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all.
He mad at Remy. He care what the public say.
Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days.
Wow.
So I said, damn.
He character assassinating the dog.
See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. But that's neither here nor there.
Fake friend mean fake.
So we played the
Joe?
audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her.
Thank you for that.
Now I'm going to play the audio. Listen to what she said. And I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time,
yeah, he did.
As a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with this nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga.
Team Fuck This Nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck This Nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
She would have been over. He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with this nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
Mm-hmm. That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
I would have been stopped talking with this nigga. So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah. A man that treat me right. A man that did this and did that. You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. For all y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio of the lame admitting to blackmailing this woman. Listen to this.
Yeah, man. So far she saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right.
Hold on. Let me get to the beginning of this thing again. Let me make sure I get.
Oh, he was a manager. I don't know why I can't think of that damn title. Yeah, manager.
Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lane admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
That man wasn't no more blackmailing woman.
Hold on.
I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that. But you're right, though. Anything happen? Oh, that shit gonna be 3 months. Man.
Yeah, because he gonna talk about Juju, the bitter friend or something.
The videos of that shit gonna blow whatever I say is gonna go. I'm talking about where I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like the only reason why it's sparking is because you do corny shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her. Basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
Oh my God, who are you trying to convince?
He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with this nigga to make sure he don't go all the way back and I'm not getting dragged on both sides by Team Papoose and Team Fuck This Nigga. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't fucking care.
That is not true.
Talking to this nigga.
That is not true. I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, I'm fucking this wife, oh, the whole shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's in the dope. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But
I totally believe it.
He's on audio saying blackmailing you. So which one is it?
Neither one.
Which one is it?
They playing in your
You
face.
told me numerous times you don't deal with them no more.
She lying, pal.
You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby and you're doing the right thing. You're doing things that I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said happy anniversary. I didn't even say it back to you, Rem. I didn't say it back to you. You know why?
Happy Saturday.
Because when our 15th year anniversary came, which was a milestone, we were supposed to have the whole thing that we did in the 10 year. You didn't want to acknowledge it properly because you was too busy running around doing what you was doing.
I can see that, LeVon.
Now I'm in a space where I'm
killing them right now.
So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I went to pick my daughter up, you asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it?
Because she thinks she can still play like a sucker. Duh. That's why.
And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death to his part. And I lived that out. I did nothing but take care of you. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk, you just paid a cable bill probably within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you caught your case. When you had to pay the civil case and we backtracked it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slay warned me. May he rest in peace.
They say he just filed for the divorce 2 days ago when he did this live.
So when you say
2 days ago,
malicious things about him, now that he's deceased,
they both said.
I know why, because he know the truth. So all of this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie, very bipolar. Say something 1 minute and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it.
Hey, Bubba, happy Saturday.
She never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference. You want to talk down upon me. You want to try to assassinate my character. But in actuality, there are people who interact with us. Anybody who ever been around her and never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful? Am I considerate?
No, you're
I come from a very big family. I'm very.
You're an idiot. Because guess what? When you decided to write her music, don't do no credits, don't line yourself up for royalties and nothing else. But for whatever you decided, whatever reason you decided to be a ghostwriter that you tell it for your wife. At this point, because you did it that way, you the sucker. Because had you did it the other way, the business way, had you and her or whatever, you could be getting your money and royalties from it. Now, you can't even win no points for being an honorable dude because now you're telling it. It's too late now. Nobody cares now. Nobody listens to no goddamn Remy Ma songs. Not me.
Loved.
I'm
very loved.
Okay,
inside and outside. And guess what? Your family loves you too.
I'm not gonna pick up your clothes, pal.
But you don't love them. You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I gotta even say this about you, that I gotta even come on this live and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I haven't seen my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, when we gave my daughter a birthday party, you came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me the amount of the party.
Aston, thank you for being
your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party. When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come to my child's party. Why did you do that? Because I moved on and I wasn't sitting in the house watching my daughter while you run around with this lame, come home to me and say you wasn't with him.
They both wasted
Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you. When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed,
that nigga's not blackmailing that girl.
I tried to protect you like I always protected you. You want to make it, you want to go on the gram, you want to play games about me knocking him out. That's a...
Yeah, I need to take a vote right now. Listen, drop a 1 if you think I'm dragging Remy Ma more, or drop a 2 if you think I'm dragging Papoose more. Drop a 1 if I'm dragging Remy more. Drop a 2 if y'all think I'm dragging Papoose more. Who I'm dragging the most? 1 for Remy, 2 for Papoose.
Small thing. That wasn't the first time you saw me in action. But you know what?
Pick your clothes up.
Like I said earlier, there's 3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me.
Right.
1 was because I knocked him out. And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person who could be a role model if she wanted to,
I'm dragging him.
she has been behaving in a very, shall I say promiscuous? Shall I say promiscuous? She has been behaving in a very not too respectful way. And it's been right under the nose of the entire.
Wait, Pap. But you already said promiscuous. Not you calling her a hoe. Not Remy a slut. Oh my goodness. Clutch my pearls.
Industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies. Some of them are clout chasers. Some people, you know, they know the truth, but they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there, what's really going on. Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that? You. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you.
Lord, what?
I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do, because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you.
Ooh, but you just did it. You just did it. And that's the funniest shit of all, is when you spraying somebody to say you're not going to spray them with it as you spraying them with it, right? So what we just learned is that Remy Ma got a whole motherfucking body count on, and I would assume that when he's saying body count, that the only bodies to be counted will be bodies accumulated after the marriage. Okay? So to be a whole married man to this woman and we talk about, I ain't gonna even count your body count. Oh my God, the slut shaming can't get no realer. Okay? That is horrible. Oh my God, that is not cute. Oh, our lovely Shauna, she opened her legs for anyone. Oh my God. No, the F he didn't. Yes, the F he did. Oh my God.
I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented
and that's when the message
and recorded, telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away, telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anywhere I saw him at, he was getting put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all of this fabrication, all of these stories about me, my children, all of these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram.
That's why he can't take this down. I told y'all.
It's still there.
That's why he can't take this embarrassing shit down. Because
all that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it a buck. So you want to fabricate these stories. I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody know I came from the bottom. Everybody know I went from artist transition to executive. All of the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped. Show me one post of her saying, subscribe to TuneCore.
But that love ain't
show
gonna
me one.
Nowhere.
Just show me one.
They ain't been getting them nowhere. But his feelings hurt.
Show me one, guys. When I drop the album every month, every single month, as the year progressed, the producers and the artists.
See, for me, for me, if I was Clarissa, I would really feel like this would be offensive to me, right? It would be offensive to me that my man is sitting over there on live sounding butthurt about this woman for over an hour or so. I would be offended. Like, damn, it's over. Okay, boom, you done filed a divorce. Boom, pay her dust. Like, why is you sitting here giving her so much? Like that shows that he too invested still in Remy Ma. And if I was
higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year and I caught that feature with Lil Wayne.
Cause this the type of shit
she ain't come
to
home
do all
no
that
more.
shit, get the divorce,
she starts staying out.
Decide she want to play.
There's people very close to you. When you did that, they said, "Pat,
back,
we know her for a long time.
Like
don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off of your grind.
Man, that's over.
She see you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home.
No, I
could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she want about me.
Right.
Any lie she want to fabricate, she could fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it.
She gonna have
so all of this money talk on that aspect, that's cap.
I think something wrong with his penis.
Talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, he don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money.
Ain't they married?
You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. We bought it together. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. But like I said earlier.
Do you think that I paused to ask Bass, do you think she heard that Remy hurting behind him? I get the feeling that Remy ready to move the fuck on. I get the feeling that Remy been ready to move the fuck on and been trying to show this nigga, and she gonna be happy when it's finally said and done.
The fact that you chose to mention my kids,
it might be good if she go out and ask the bad guy. That's why
I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get a divorce.
You know,
I'm sorry, she never wanted a divorce. That's correct, and she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults, because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce could be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. I brought that to her attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent, and I say within the past few weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that even a question? I'm going forward with the divorce. Yes. Now I wake up to this morning. Very strange. So what I'm saying to y'all is the reason why this is happening because you mentioned my children and you lied. You cheated with this lame since 2022. You cheated with numerous others before that. And you know it's true. You know it's true.
See, I don't be too far off. I don't be too far off because I don't be watching all the same stuff. And I just the same. So when they say she did say that, what I said that she just take it, eat that. That's the bad guy. Remy Ma has never had no good girl, white bread, image, right? She had a pretty girl, but pretty bad girl. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's not gonna hurt her reputation. Or her public
You know
image.
it's true.
Really?
Look at the
She's
comments.
checked out.
They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her
And
music.
Clarissa is down. She is
90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her.
In the room.
I wrote
And that's facts.
probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I came here. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because you fabricated. You fabricated and you talked about my children. And as a father, I was not going to allow that. I've allowed you to do what you've been doing all of this time, and I said nothing. She got mad at me because I went live and said I didn't knock this lame out. Oh, it's not just the two. I said, Rem, whatever I got to do to assist you, I'm going to do it. Oh, no, but it's not just us. What the hell you mean it's not just us? Who is this nigga? Very bitter because I moved on.
Somebody got a man that look like him on an accident.
I got tired of...
That might have happened by accident. You know how you can do something subconsciously? Like you don't have you doing it, but you're not cognizant at all in that moment.
Now, when we all used to sleep together
that's what
as a
you're
family,
doing.
I started to realize that. I said, you know what? I would rather her see me how she's supposed to see her dad, on his feet, doing the right thing, not sitting in here tolerating somebody who constantly stabbing me in my back.
You know, because
so I decided to move on. And
multiple affairs would give me the inclination to believe it's a sexual different problem. Because you got if the man adoring you, loving you, providing for you, doing all that shit that he claimed to be doing, and that for a long time, she put on a good ass front for us to have us believe that he was doing, and you still having all these different affairs. It's something lacking in the bedroom.
She's bitter that I moved on, so she wanted to go on social media today and fabricate. You come on the live talking about, my mother went on the YouTube and she said, "Are you in the hospital?" Dumb fake hospital videos is old as hell. You just wanted an excuse to come up here and be malicious and make up lies. Let's keep it a buck. That was pathetic. This you on the live talking about. Pay attention, y'all. Go back to the live and watch this. Oh, don't call me. No, y'all. Don't call me. What Ed Lover say? Come on, son. Come on, son. Nobody was calling you. Nobody was calling you. Picked up the phone and said, "No, don't call me." Oh, I thought you was calling me about that. They ain't even know she was live, y'all.
Well, I was sick of it, but quite honestly, this is the point I tune in right now. Like this is gonna be the most in tune. Like now I'm following. I think on Instagram you say follow, right? So now I'm following Papoose. Now I'm following Remy Ma. Now I got their notifications on. Okay, because I feel like if they already starting off like this, like really coming out the box, and this is what they have right now, I want to tune in for round goddamn 2. Because I am convinced by round 2, the next time they go live after live, that's when they're going to get to talk about that good shit, okay? That's when we're going to find out about Papoose Peters. That's when we're going to find out about goddamn Remy Ma, coochie, her little titties and shit, and whether her nipples big and long hanging to the floor. That's what I'm coming around for. I want to hear when they get to the good part, baby. Oh, yeah, give me the tea. I live for.
Bullshit, and your tactics is not relevant.
Okay.
If you look at Cardi B video, when she went when she was talking, I think she went live about her husband or whatever, because I don't want to get in their business. But during her video, she was like, "Nobody call me. Nobody call me." You up here, you want to imitate that, man. You're not Cardi B, man. Let's keep it a buck. This is how phony you is.
Now that's some petty, messy shit. Comparing Remy Ma to Cardi B, that shit is fucking funny. Now I don't know if Cardi B and Remy Ma, the status of their relationship, if they get along, I don't motherfucking know. But I do know that's some petty shit, pitting two women against each other. Cardi B got her own problems over there. Leave her alone. Cardi
Yes,
B
she
over there
did.
fucking
She
that
on the
baby.
live saying, "Oh, don't call me, no." But she pick up the phone. Oh, I thought she was calling me about that. Nobody was calling me about that. They didn't care.
But
Nobody cared about that.
Because the kids.
But this
she
is the
using his kids
fabrication
against him.
and the fakeness. This is the
I can't wait
fakeness.
till you tell it all.
You just needed an excuse to do that. You've been telling me for the longest, when I knocked them out, oh, I'm gonna make you lose your job.
I'm trying to get
That's
to
the
the point
first
where
thing
you
came
talk
out of
about
my
that
mouth.
woman that she was sleeping down there with.
Like I said earlier, never supported it. All the support y'all seen.
After I get to that, I'll let y'all know.
I don't want y'all to take my word for this. It speaks for itself. So document it. Never let these celebrities who you support spend money on, follow their journey, open their mouth when something bad happens to tell you. You don't know me. You don't know my real life. Yes, they do.
You say Pepsi and
I
the
documented when my child was born in front of them. I
You need a
documented the
break
wedding. I documented visiting you. So these people been following our journey
Mama
for
trying
a
to be
long
like
time.
Cardi B husband.
They say that because they don't want you to believe your eyes. Y'all seen it, y'all. Everything y'all seen was true. Y'all seen the entire
He do it for the
journey
gram too much.
of us.
It
And
sounds like
throughout
he
that journey,
his own narrative.
what did y'all say?
He started believing
What
in
did
the
y'all
couple
notice?
clothes and all that
Y'all
type
seen
of shit
support.
too.
Y'all
It
seen
sounds like he
loyalty.
started living for an image
Y'all
that they
seen
portray,
authenticity.
and they got
Y'all
him
seen
caught
my
up
daughter
and
be
disappointed.
born.
That's what it sounds like. That what it looked like.
It was all documented. Now you want to lie to
Check
these
my
people
email. Let me
and
get my
rewrite
phone.
history and say, he didn't
I don't want to
support me,
mess
he
with
didn't
my
do this, he didn't do
guy.
that.
You
You're a
know how
damn
much.
liar. I had to pack up the house that you was renting when you caught the case and put everything in storage. I had to fly everybody up. I had to relocate and get a condo close to the prison so I could visit you. I went and visited you every day for a year straight because I knew you needed me. I knew you needed me. And now you want to come in front of these people and change that and change the facts of what happened? Really? Why? Because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock some lame out who deserved it? You don't shake no man's hand to sleep with his wife. When you had to pay the civil suit, I paid that. I left from overseas. I had another show. I was on tour. I skipped out of my show, flew back here.
Okay, I got it to you. I'm
What
gonna
you
get it
doing?
up.
You got another engagement. Your contractor do this. I said, I gotta go, man. Rem need me. Anybody who was on tour with me, please step to the front. I flew back and bailed you out. I flew back and bailed you out. Because that's what real people do.
T, are you in a position where you
I don't want to bring people names in it, but another individual put up the house, I put up the cash.
Yeah, exactly.
You needed it. And you know another reason why I had to bail you out because you had the money.
I'm gonna go to Remy's now.
I'm saying I'm not even gonna bring Joe in a minute.
I'm about tired of Papoose ass, but I was trying to get to the point where he say about she was in the room down the hallway. I was on the live, right? On the real live. And baby, when he say that he was going down the hallway, something about the long hallway. I started saying stupid shit in that chat because I couldn't take it.
I'm not even gonna bring them in it.
I don't know
But
how
your
to
relationship wasn't what it was at the time. You burnt all your bridges. I was wondering at the time, damn, why nobody rock with her?
I was saying,
why nobody supporting her?
The link.
Why everybody turning their back? Because you burn your bridges. That's why I should have knew. That was a flag. That was a red flag. Your family love you. I tell you all the time. But do you love them back? Who do you love? Who do you love? You got a problem with everybody. Ever since Cam left Juju, she been the bitter best friend. Putting bad ideas, bad concepts, bad advice in your ear.
I'm gonna have to play her loud.
Let's keep it real. See what I'm saying? This is what I didn't want to do, man. Because to me, this ain't what it is. But the fact that you mentioned my children, I cannot let that ride. Because I stand on that. You want to fabricate stories. Like I ain't bring you 35. I'm sorry, pardon me, y'all.
There you go,
30
young
to
man.
31 pounds of food every month.
Not
For the
31
entire
pounds.
6 years, you was incarcerated. You want to fabricate stories. Like I didn't come to reconciling with my mother and your mother, who are two great, amazing women. Both of them love their families, take care of their families. Like we didn't know come there so we could have a wedding. When that whole key situation transpired, like I didn't go through that storm with you. Like I wasn't in the courtroom fighting officers over your situation. So, you know, you're very ungrateful. And it's sad to say, I don't want to disrespect you as a woman, but you're a narcissist. I wish I didn't have to come on this live and do this, but I had to do it.
It looked like he had to do this though.
I had to do it.
I think that it might be the weight of the bag or whatever might be on
as far
the
as my
bag.
clothes,
I can see that.
Guess what, y'all?
You having a big old bag
When I
sometimes
left,
with the money.
I didn't want nothing. I didn't care about the clothes. I said, I don't care about nothing.
Oh, this is when the
Get
Lord
your
was trying to
clothes,
tell him
bro.
something again.
I said, nah, I don't.
The Lord was trying to say, stop. He kept saying, no.
I did not want it. I didn't want no clothes. Keep it. Keep it. I just needed to leave, man. Because like I said, I didn't want my... When I get off live, I'll call you back.
Notice he has not mentioned yet that he had control over her money while she was in prison. Sir, she paid for them 35 pounds. But see, that's why we got to listen to the deal, though. He also said, he says here soon that when she was in prison, that's how he lost his money from his
anybody who ever been around her and never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful?
Oh, he
am I considerate? I come from a very big family. I'm very loved. I'm very loved. Inside and outside. And guess what?
I can tell.
Your family love you too.
He's so goddamn loved that he don't know what not being loved feel like. Now he's still confused. This woman sounds like she ain't loved him in years. And because he got so much love and gets so much love, he confused and don't understand what the hell going on. Nobody can explain it to him because he's so goddamn used to being loved. Okay? Well, she don't love you.
You don't love them. You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I got to even say this about you, that I got to even come on this live and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I haven't seen my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, when we gave my daughter a birthday party, you came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me the amount of the party. You put up your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party.
You gonna say it?
When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come.
Boom, ding, 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 ding. Y'all is participating very much so in the comments, and I love it. And I hate to make have like favorites or something like that. But this might be my favorite comment so far today. Demetra, Pep stuck on black love. He forgot about self-love. I promise you, if you don't get out of my fucking mind, sweetheart, because I thought about that not even 2 minutes ago. He said something. And when he said it, my mind immediately said, yeah, but what about loving your damn self? I literally thought that. I said, well, what about loving yourself? I don't know what it was he said, but it triggered me to say, what about loving you? I don't want nobody to love me so motherfucking much that they don't love themselves no more. They don't have no dignity for themselves, no confidence that everything about them is wrapped up in me and what I think about them. Who wants that damn responsibility? I wouldn't.
To my child's party.
That's too much.
Why did you do that? Because I moved on and I wasn't sitting in the house watching my daughter while you run around with this lame, come home to me and say you wasn't with him.
Oh, it's making y'all thirsty.
Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you.
Give me another soda. I open this soda. I got this soda.
When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed because you're such a liar, I tried to protect you like I always protected you. You want to make it. You want to go on the gram. You want to play games about me knocking him out. That's a small thing.
And people call it never.
That wasn't the first time you saw me in action.
Don't make me shut it down.
But you know what? Like I said earlier,
but some people say that you should.
3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me. One was because I knocked him out.
I think that's kind of outdated.
And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person who could be a role model if she wanted to, she has been.
What you think, lady? I think
behaving
outdated
in a very
because there's something scary about that too.
Should I say promiscuous? Should I say promiscuous?
Oh Lord,
she has been behaving in a very not too respectful way, and it's been right under the nose of the entire industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies, some of them are clout chasers. Some people, you know, they know the truth.
It's gone.
But they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there. What's really going on? Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that? You. You. Everything would be fine, and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rim. Damn. That's one of the main problems with you. I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do because I'm not here to tear you down.
Hold on. Welcome to the stage, T Lounge. I hope you ain't been back there long.
I was back there for a little while, but it's all right.
My bad. I'm just sitting here looking dead at the screen, girl.
No, I know how that goes. I know how that goes.
Yeah. I didn't get that picture you sent me.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up on your thing and I share it?
Mm-hmm.
Because the number one, I didn't even recognize that was goddamn Remy Ma on the right for a long time.
Right. I can't, for some reason not letting me pull it up when I go to present.
Damn it's not?
No, it won't. Let me see if I can save it as a PNG. But
because if I try to do it, girl, you know my shit get to slowing down and stuff like that. So was that what the point of the picture? You trying to show me that Remy really kind of rough like a dude?
Not. No,
I want y'all to see the picture she emailed me out. Like I didn't even know and recognize that was goddamn Remy Ma, right? And it was the dude in the picture, that easy dude.
Yeah, no, that's not. That makes it nothing. Now we getting somewhere.
I don't get it. You gotta put the picture up. Let me see if I can get it without messing up my stream. But because if that's her, if this is Remy Ma with that dude, the easy dude, that means it's a more like recent picture. Why she look all busted up like that? Is that what you're trying to get me to see? Did you set me up to drag Remy Ma or something? Cause she like a whole nigga. I thought it was two gay dudes at first.
That's Papoose. I'm saying.
Hold on. I might be able to pull it up. Hold on, y'all, so I can let y'all in on a joke. Cause let me look at the picture with y'all.
Yes.
I looked at that picture. I said, "Oh, you want to hit the link?" I got confused immediately. I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" Let's see. It's trying to pull it up, child. Let me let it do what it's gonna do. Let me see. Yeah, D, they saying she been with women too. Yeah, he saying I'm trying to get to the part when Papoose say she was sneaking down. Now he already told the story about sneaking down the to the other bed to get on the phone and stay on the phone and go to sleep with her lover on the other bed. He already told us about that. So T-Lo, this make him look so weak, huh?
You said what?
Oh, this make him look so weak. Oh, I got the picture. Girl, this whole goddamn thing confusing me. Oh, this an old picture or something.
Right.
Oh, now I get it. Let me show y'all. Because, baby, I was confused as the fuck. When I told y'all I didn't follow them like that, now you can see I ain't lying. I don't, Hold on, let's see. Okay, here you go. Let me say share. Share. Oh, no. I got to say share this screen instead. Okay. Boom. Let me come back. Can y'all see that? Can you see that? Okay, so y'all, she sent me this picture, right? I got confused as fuck. At first, when I was on my phone, I thought it was two niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't look like no Remy and shit like this. So this is an old picture of them.
Mm-hmm. Now they got to bring it back to the days when he was shopping at Foreman Mills and she had the 27 piece. They done got beyond themselves.
Now, on this picture, he looked just like that other dude. Right? Like somebody in the comments, I think it might be I don't think it's Bass. I think it's the one with that name that's kind of French sounding. Somebody was up here. I think they were saying that they was calling that other dude, Easy dude, a Timu Pap. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this look like the Timu Pap right here.
Right.
For real. This is like the broke version of Pap. So yeah. He mad at the fact that the other nigga like his old self? I would be flattered. Yes, D. She ain't like whole nigga. Yeah, she do like shit. I was confused. You know what I'm saying? If they been together since this time, each other blow up. The problem is she didn't blow up ways. Her glow up superseded his. And then guess what? Had he been more concerned about self-preservation don't mean I don't love you. It don't mean I don't put you first. You know what I'm saying? But it puts me on an equal standard basis that whereas I'm going to love and support and take care of you, I'm going to do the same thing for me. Right?
What I'm trying to get at is this shit is hood as fuck. Okay? And let's not...
Girl, this nigga look just like this. I keep saying this nigga because I'm not convinced this is Pap.
That is Pap. And that is that hood. That is Remy. Why y'all saying that's not Remy? That's both of them.
Because somebody said it was Photoshop.
It ain't Photoshop. That's Remy.
Yeah, I believe it now. You know, Remy wasn't always the little black chocolate Barbie doll that she is now.
Who is that? Heather B?
Who is Heather B? What? That's why when Clarence was talking, that's why when Clarence girl Clarissa was talking like how Remy used to talk about Pap, he using the same tactic on girl, all these nicknames. He using the same tactics on Clarissa as he did Remy. Mm-hmm. But it's gonna work with Clarissa. Now, what you talking about? Why you keep saying Heather B, child?
If you Googled Heather B, you will fall out.
She do look. No, because they saying that she look like Heather B.
Oh,
that she do right here.
That's Heather B.
That's not Heather B.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Now y'all know I started smoking weed again. I'm getting confused. I'm confused.
I'm jumping down. I think it might be Heather B. No,
but jump your ass down after I done got confused and twisted up in my mind. Is y'all saying that this not okay? Is somebody correcting you and saying that's not Remy Ma?
I'm asking if it's Heather B. Somebody said in the chat said it's Heather B. I am done with myself.
Heather B.
Heather B. Oh my God.
I know who Heather B is. That's not Heather B. It looked like Heather B by the mouth. Yes.
Because that is motherfucking Remy Ma. I'm not crazy. That's wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm with the person who keeps saying it's Missy Elliott. Hey, sister. Who's that? Somebody in the chat saying
that is Remy Ma.
That's damn sure not no goddamn Missy Elliott. You need to stop. Now that's not Missy Elliott. That's not Heather B.
Whoever these two people are, they need to get back to that place, that loving space.
This might not be neither one of them because even if this was an old picture, that cannot be Pap by the way his eyes don't look right. Ooh, now I can't stand the. Hold on, let me choke.
I'm not hating on Remy. I'm saying they got to go back in the day. What y'all want from me? What y'all want from me? Okay, all right. That might not. That might be.
Il Max, I can't take my eyes off them judgment out the shoulders. Girl, but you know what? I really do think this is the Remy Ma because by the eyes. The eyes make me say, okay, this is definitely Remy Ma. Okay, yes, forget about Puffy. You know, but Puffy, at some point in time, keep listening to the Puffy goddamn trial, makes you a degenerate, right? So it's only so much that I can listen to each day before I have to cut it off because it's so base. You know what I'm saying? Like very, very basic. Me too, lovely girl. Not a haircut in the front. Child, let me take this down. Okay, let me hear. I want to hear, y'all. We trying to get to the part where he talking about, girl. He sounds so jealous when he talking about her sneaking down there with that woman down the hallway.
Right.
Girl.
That's when I checked. Now I'm going to drop down. But that's when I checked all the way out. I am done with both of them. But
that's what it sounds like. He been wanting to say all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So let him say it. Let him get it off his chest, y'all. We here for him. Okay. And guess what? I listen and I judge. Okay. Thank you, T. Lyles, for coming up here and trying to confuse the whole audience. Thank you very much.
We're gonna have to somebody do a Google image search and let us know who this is. Who is these mystery people?
Yeah, because they're gonna be hollering about Demetria little all day channel passing out clones. I'll be like,
That is Pap. I believe that's them.
He looks so dusty.
And they need to go back to the days when he was at Foreman Mills and she was rocking a 27-piece for them to come to an understanding.
So and if you understand what? That's that they just real hood?
Yes.
I don't think okay. Indigo say Remy don't have those slanted eyes. That's not Remy now. No, it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. Okay, T-Line, thank you. You ain't finna have my people caught up in no conspiracy.
Indigo wasn't even born when Remy and Pap got together.
Let me go get my puppy. I forgot him in the damn cage, girl, for over an hour now. He talking about, like, God damn, I ain't do nothing that bad. Yes, you did. You ate all my chips.
Anyway, let me go. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, T dropped down when I got up, y'all. My bad. Thank you for coming up, T. Child, I had put Apollo little ass. Y'all know my little baby puppy is 7 months old now. Let me show y'all Apollo. Now, when I come on here and show y'all Apollo, I can't smile because my tooth's still missing, okay? Apollo, come here. Come here, Apollo. Come say hey to this land. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, big boy. Mama baby. Say hey. Child, Apollo is 7 months old. Can y'all believe that? I cannot believe it at all. Oh, let me see. Let me get back over here. How do I get this off of here? Let me see. There you go.
I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented and recorded telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away. Telling the truth about our entire time together.
Not who is Papoose.
But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist.
That would be too easy.
Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022?
Wait, is that a boy from?
Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with, and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out.
Oh, mediation
I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him
Saturday?
out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anywhere I saw him at, he was getting put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all of this fabrication, all of these stories about me, my children, all of these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who will erase their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it a buck. So you want to fabricate these stories. I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody know I came from the bottom. Everybody know I went from artist, transition to executive.
Really just sad.
All of the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped. Show me one post of her saying, subscribe to TuneCore. Show me one. Just show me one.
But see,
show me one, guys.
But why he didn't put a stop to that? Why didn't he address these things? You know, that's the type of thing, you know, as like say I was his partner or his mate, right? This is the type of shit that get on my fucking nerves in a relationship, right? I guess it's being passive aggressiveness or something like that, right? But if you doing something, I'm in a relationship with you, and you're doing something to me that makes me feel slighted, that makes me feel some type of way, that makes me, you know, me being who I am and the personality type I am, I'm going to say something about it. I'm going to address it. I'm not going to allow for it to keep happening to me, right? Because I'm going to look out for myself and do, you know. Now, the other person in the relationship, that's another grown-ass human being who have the freedom and the expectation to do the same thing for their goddamn self. So if he steady getting treated by Remy Ma all these years in a certain type of way, then whose fault is that? Whose fault is it that you sit there and let this woman you saying that she didn't try to help you, she didn't try to blow you up, she didn't try to support you? Well, what you did, nigga, you just sat there and took a score sheet. So instead of saying, hey, why don't you try to support my thing? Hey, why don't you try to plug this thing? Why don't you try to do this? Why not do that instead of sitting there making a score sheet of the time you didn't do this, the time you didn't do this, the time you didn't do that? And being mad and getting building resentment. A motherfucker that sit there and just watch what a motherfucker not doing and don't say nothing, at some point in time, you the problem, he the problem. They should have been separated.
When I drop the album every month,
they doing that type of shit with each other, being
every single month. As the year progressed, the producers and the artists
who want to be
higher and higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year, and I caught that feature with Lil Wayne, she ain't come home no more. She started staying out. There's people very close to you. When you did that, they said, Pat,
that's
we know her for a long time. Don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off of your grind. She see you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home. So I could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she want about me. Any lie she want to fabricate, she could fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. Oh, well, and if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. And so all of this money talk on that aspect, That's cap.
Shut up.
You talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, he don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk.
So Remy had posted this picture of this pawn receipt, right? For this necklace or whatever, bracelet, whatever, Cartier something. So if Papoose, y'all just heard the man say, you take pictures and shit with all these thousands upon thousands of jewelry that I bought. Y'all just heard this man say that, right? So if he's saying he bought it, and she's saying he went and took it and pawned it, and the pawn shop let him pawn it and did it, that might have been his shit. What's wrong with that man going to pawn his own shit?
First and foremost, I have a cash business.
He pawned his coochie.
So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together.
Thank you, Mac.
We bought it together.
Not your name.
We bought it together. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad.
You downplayed yourself.
Like I said earlier,
your name and
the fact that you chose to mention my kids, that's why I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get the divorce. She never wanted the divorce. That's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults, because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce could be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. I brought that to her attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent, and I say within the past few weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator.
Is it me or does he repeat himself?
She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that even a question?
I could have sworn I heard this already. Y'all riddle me this. Does Instagram, does the video just repeat itself? That's why I had screenshotted it, but I got confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? Because I could have sworn he said this shit already. Okay? That's why it took me so long. I kept trying to screenshot it. I kept getting confused because I kept thinking I didn't know what the hell was going on. Look, somebody say in the comments, he stood by her at her lowest point. He could have been doing him when she was locked up, but I guess that don't mean shit. It means shit for a little while. It means shit for a little while. People don't have, that's why you have to do stuff to, when I be talking, y'all already know this is my opinion, my commentary. For me, don't do nothing for nobody that you don't mean it, and it is not genuine, and it's for if you expect something in return, let that be known. If you're doing it for your heart because that's what you want to do, then understand that that's what you want to do, what you move to do, and ain't nobody got to feel obligated to you. Ain't nobody got to feel grateful to you, right? Because when you do shit for people and you expecting something back and you don't let that be known, you're going to put yourself in a trick bag every motherfucking time. He stood there by Remy Ma, yeah, when she was in prison and shit. But goddamn, just because he did that goddamn shit, she don't owe this nigga the rest of her goddamn life. Period. And just because he want to be a good man, a good husband, try to work things out, try to live by his vows, at a certain point in time, goddamn, he's supposed to be about the business of loving himself and being the man that God wants him to be. You can't be the man God wants you to be, and you saying that you woke and you aware of these things, alhamdulillah, and talk all this woke shit, and yet you living like a scrub. God don't want, if you supposed to be the guy walking on the earth, the cream of the crop, the expectation is for you not to be walking around in an undignified manner. Just letting this woman live and do how she was doing, let him tell it. Man, he was doing himself a grave disservice. He was doing his daughter a grave disservice, even having her in a household, watching a man be disrespected like that to let him tell it. If what he's saying is true, that wasn't nothing good for his daughter to be seeing. Ugh. He was doing himself. He was with a chick paying her rent and bought her a hoopty. Not a hoopty.
Okay, cool. What's going on? So a couple people kept calling me, you know what I'm saying,
out with the hoopty.
earlier.
He
And
bought a hoopty
every
to
time
give his money,
it messes up
because
the
he had
live.
access to it. So why would he leave her alone?
So I had to shut it
Well,
down
it
earlier,
sounds
but I
like
wasn't
they was
finished
in
with
a
what
quid
I'm
pro
saying.
quo
I'ma
relationship.
wrap this
As
up
long
for
as
the
it was
night.
mutually beneficial,
You know what
whatever
I'm
the
saying?
benefits was, they was
First and
okay.
foremost, all of this fabrication that's going
Until
on.
it got
Hold on,
messy. It
let
sounded
me
like.
try to clarify this the right way. Let me get this right.
Yeah, because he was still
Since we're
living
gonna
now.
continue with these lies.
But see, if he was a real player, he wouldn't even goddamn went over there. He wouldn't have came on live.
Yeah,
He
so
would have called all the utility people, got
first and
everything
foremost, I
cut
wanted to
the
speak
fuck
about
off, and then showed the disconnect
I
numbers
love all my kids the
on his
same.
story. That's what he should have did. That would have been
Everybody
funny.
who know me know that. Everybody who know me, they know that about me.
Boom.
Love all my kids equally. Love all my
And
kids.
he would have just been the asshole.
But it's mighty strange. And if y'all pay attention, you will see what type of person she is. You sit here and you want to mention my son. Okay. First and foremost, I love all my kids the same. Anybody who knows me knows that. You can scroll down my page, the Father's Day, when all that shit transpired, it's a picture on my page. It's still there. Like I said, never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. That picture is still there. I've taken my son to the Knicks game. I'm just talking about the things that y'all can see visibly. When I did television, my son is on there with me. She tried to go out here and exploit my son. And somebody told me, she said, oh, if he keep talking, I'm going to go on live with his son or whatever. What? So you still mentioning my children, right? Okay, let's talk about it. You are the one who have malicious things to say about other people's kids. You know what I'm saying? That's number one.
Who
number
kids you talking about? Tell us.
And I don't even want to bring my stepson in it because I know his situation is very serious and I love him. And I love my son the same. I love both of them. But I love my stepson
very true,
like he's my real son because I raised him. Always took care of him.
He already said
everything he went through, I was the one who was there for him. Even right now, the situation that he's in, I went to visit him. You didn't even visit him. So for a person who know what it was to be behind that wall, you didn't even visit him. You waited till I visit him, then you went to visit him.
Petty.
And you know what? People bear witness to that. But let's keep it moving.
I'm getting about sick of him, y'all. But let me say this, y'all. At some point in time, and y'all let me know if y'all can kind of relate to this. It seems like he might be the kind of person, like all the stuff that he's doing right now is like, it's like a prime example of a person who want to tell you everything they ever did. You know what I'm saying? I did this, and you remember I did this, and you ain't say nothing about when I did that. And he also come across as the type of person that go out their way to be extra friendly to y'all circle and y'all camp in order to ingratiate himself with your people. You know what I'm saying? So everybody like him, you know, and take his side and shit. So he makes sure he be the one looking out for him. You know, make you the bad guy. You know, it's your family. You already know what time it is. With cousin Bobo or whatever coming and want to borrow money all the goddamn time. And you already went through this all your life. So you know to go ahead and say, hell no. And this motherfucker always want to say, yeah. On the cool, go behind your back and give it to him so he can seem like the hero, like the good guy shit. You know? That's how he's coming across to me. And then he tries to make it seem like, you know, but I'm not gonna talk about that, and I'm not gonna put, you know, I just did it. Man, it sounds like you did a whole lot of shit to ingratiate yourself with a whole lot of goddamn people and parts of the damn thing. Yuck.
Like I said, scroll down my page, you see pictures of me.
This type of shit right here makes me want to
videos in the past. Now, as a parent, as a real parent who raised their child from when they're young till they get older, we all know it's two different things. It's not the same. As your child gets older, all my kids, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go through certain stages where y'all don't see eye to eye, certain situations take place.
Right.
That's normal. in parenthood. But I love my son. I love my stepson. I love all my kids. I love my daughters.
I thought
all
it
the
was
same. Like I said,
he,
as your kids get older, sometimes y'all go through, y'all have differences because as a parent, certain things you want for them, certain things they want for themselves. But that doesn't change the love. Love all my kids the same. So I just wanted to point that out. So don't ever try to threaten me to exploit my son. You can never threaten the lifestyle that he chose to live. That's up to him. That doesn't mean I don't love him.
Oh, Reminiscence, the little 6-year-old girl name.
I gotta make sure
so Reminiscence.
And then
Rim. Oh, little Rim.
I think that the relationship with my mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying? Because I love her to death, and she was one of my closest friends. Winter. She still is. And your entire family, you want to pretend like you got any type of love for my son. You don't got no love for nobody in my family. You never showed no love you had animosity and hatred towards everybody, especially other women. You are a very unhappy individual. So you want to now fabricate and try to make it seem just so you can exploit? Don't you know that when you were saying what you were saying on what I just played about the meatball, the lane?
He looks so tired.
That you said some other things that I could end this whole charade that you're trying to play with. But I'm gonna just allow you to keep going. I'm gonna allow you to keep going because that's what you like to do. Moving on along.
I wish you would. Tell me about.
I told you earlier, I'm gonna let y'all know one of the reasons why she had so much animosity towards me.
Why?
And I never got to finish that because people kept calling my phone.
Oh, tell us.
But you know what?
What?
I'm gonna let y'all know.
Please.
But before I let y'all know that, I do want to say this. I've supported your whole family, not just you. I've supported your whole family financially ever since I've been around them. Right now, you're not speaking to nobody in your family. You're mad at them because they still love me. So if I'm this guy who don't support, who don't pay money, who don't pay bill, don't do this and that, why your whole family love me? Because not only was I there morally, I'm there for them financially too. If anybody call me and say, yo, pal, I need X, Y, Z, I give it to them. Ask, and I'm talking about her family. Call them and ask them. Anybody from anywhere where her family live, ask them
a bunch
about
of hangers. That's why
ask them did I ever deny them anything. Ask them when I give them the shirt off my back if they ever in time of need. To this day, man. When you turn them away, guess who they come to? Guess who look out? And I'm not saying that I don't do that. So I can come up on here and say it. That's why I'm not speaking about it in detail. But the fact that you fabricating these stories about my character, I got to do it. Also, what I wanted to address. Exactly,
Diamond. He turned people off on him. He turned me off to him.
Throughout the duration of me being home with my child, when you abandoned my child, so you could go stay in an apartment that you got 40 minutes away from my house, I could literally post the address up here. She went and got an apartment between her and this lane, 40 minutes from my house, ran back and forth there every other day, lying, saying she not with the dude anyway. You went and got this apartment 40 minutes away from my house. And so the main reason why.
Okay, see, I know I sound like an instant flip-flopper, right? Because I've been talking all this shit about him. I just said something like 2 seconds ago about him negatively. But now I'm finna say, y'all do recognize that he is a victim of domestic violence, right? If y'all want to just keep it a buck around here, at this moment, what we're looking at is the male example of domestic emotional abuse. He got Stockholm syndrome. He make excuses. He keep returning back. He a financial hostage. You know what I'm saying? This man he really needs some help. He has been abused. Look at him.
She started to have animosity towards me. Was this?
He going in circles. He's babbling.
One day, because every birthday, we celebrate birthdays together as a family. Every holiday. Guess what, y'all? Very
emotional abuse.
Earlier. Y'all seen it. If y'all scroll down my page, if you got time, everything is there. It's in order. This social media thing, it has its pros and cons, but if you go through it, it tells a story. But if you go to her page, the history, a lot of it is erased because that's what people do when they got something to hide, when they want to try to be somebody that they're not. She want to go around the lane and change the story around. Lied to him bad. He's a clown. Lied to him. He on the recording just saying a bunch of untrue stuff. He's an airhead. I just played her saying that she would have been done with him if I would have knocked him out. Guess what, y'all? He's still going to do it.
Wait. When you say Clarence,
the league is hers. It's not his.
Hold on, push pause. Okay, so DV, no. Pap meal ticket has run out with Remy. He has a new meal ticket now. He have a bigger meal ticket now, I think. And guess what? It'll be easier for him to maintain that meal ticket. And him doing all this, quite honestly, speaking of that meal ticket, him doing this support right here, it might have been a display of loyalty to Clarissa. Right? If he finally did in the last few days, if he just finally filed the divorce papers, and then now all of a sudden, just because Remy Ma say something, make a threat, something superficial about his kids, now he got to come out and do over an hour, 3 different lives, airing stuff out the way, you know, in his point of view, airing stuff out after just filing the divorce. It sounded to me like he doing a couple of big moves in order to show his loyalty or show deeper commitment to Clarissa. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, and he been okay being a goddamn manager and husband in the goddamn shadows. So yeah, he probably lining that shit right the fuck up.
Threatens him anytime he get mad. Oh, I'm taking my ticket down. You sleeping with this girl?
You know, I'm gonna tell you like
that's neither here nor there. I told y'all about. I was gonna let y'all know why she got so much animosity towards me.
Oh, that's why.
So the reason why.
Indigo, Clarence is talking about it now. So you calling Clarence Clarissa. If Pap didn't make that mediation, the one that's supposed to be today, Remy probably going to be on some next. So are you saying that she on a? Oh, she just now removed the live? Damn, Indigo girl, you should have told me in flashing letters, girl.
She got so much animosity towards me is because when you find out the truth about a person, they will start.
Indigo, tell me about
every birthday we celebrate as a family. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back further. When she was away,
if they going on live on Instagram right about now,
I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please?
One wrong, no. I made the different winter. If one wrong fight, injury, or bad deal, I don't know too much about the bad deal, but one wrong fight and injury between him and Clarissa Shields, he gonna forever have his own meal ticket. Okay? Because it don't even matter if she a woman and he a man, her hands are licensed. So if she fuck around and fuck Papoose up, he gonna be giving her a one-way ticket to go ahead and get the fuck away from her, have his own goddamn money, and then he gonna be able to get him a little broad that he really like. You know what I'm saying? Probably one that's on a, then he'll have that money from, because you said Mac got me. Indigo.
Hey, Demetra.
So tell me the scoop. So did you go over and listen to Clarissa while it was live too?
I had a notification, but my notification's been coming late. So it said she was live. So I said, let me go over there and sneak real quick.
Yeah.
And at the end, she was talking about it was like I saw a minute of it. How she said in February she just started coming out in public with him, and she was doing all these things with him. And then she wanted to clear up, why Remy was lying on her and stuff like that. And then also somebody was in the background talking to her. She's like, what? Huh? Hold on. And then next thing you know, she ended her live. So she was trying to talk about something.
So she wasn't even only alone though, huh?
No, it said 5 minutes, the video. I mean, the live. But when I went on there, I was like, what's she talking about? I said, ooh, I know Remy listening somewhere.
Yeah, so that might be what spark off some action for tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the way it left off, everybody itching to go ahead and throw that next punch. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no different from the beef sector. You know, because Remy Ma said, remember Remy Ma said she got everything on deck.
Yep.
Remember she said something about Africa and she was doing with her phone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they both right now showing their cards a little bit and teasing about how far they don't make me do it. They both daring each other now.
Right.
So
She knows some stuff. And apparently she's supposed to have some proof of Papoose. Supposed to put out Papoose cheating while she was in prison and how this started. So I don't know. I'm waiting because
but that shit's so old. I mean, but everything old, right? But these long-term relationships should be old. That's like in real relationships, you know, it's not uncommon to be still fighting about some shit that happened 20 years ago. Okay, that's not unusual, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you would think that, you know, it's but that's a long time ago. But the narrative is that she keeps cheating first. It's always she's cheated first, not the other way around. And that he be doing shit too because streets in Brooklyn be always be talking about Pap ain't what people think he is. I just say I don't know the man personally. But you know, but people do talk.
Well, shit, I'm pretty sure he was getting some pussy when she was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No, man, I don't believe a man gonna do as much as he think and know for certain he can get away with it. It ain't that many that just ain't gonna just not do shit out of no love and commitment if they know without no shadow of a damn doubt that they ain't gonna get away with it.
6 years too.
If they know they gonna get away with it, they gonna do it.
Exactly.
Shit, I would. Quite honestly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's normally about the consequences that make us not do something. Right. Let me say, Sweet Toy say Remy told Pap every time Pap came up. Wait a minute. Start talking about her. Remy coming after Pap. Yeah, but I think also that Remy Ma's ego is so big that, you know, just the sheer fact that no matter what she doing, because he done so much stuff like a sucker stuff for her, right? It's when you do things out of love and it's appreciated and reciprocated, then it's a genuine love effort or something, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, when you keep doing something that you're intending for it to be out of love, and you keep having it thrown back at you, keep getting shown that it's not wanted, keep getting shown that at some point you do become the sucker. You do.
Yeah, because he keeps, apparently, if that's the case, according to what Remy's saying, he keeps throwing that up in her face, like, you know, he was loyal, he was there, it wasn't for him, she wouldn't be on this, she wouldn't be doing this, so, like a guilt trip. And then supposedly her manager, taking 20% of his money and not paying bills in the house, and then going out and do whatever he wanted to do with his money, but she's left to pay all the bills. And then the properties are mostly in her name. He's not even on them, except for one of them.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But Sweet Toy told me to read this again slowly. Let me read it again slowly. Okay. Remy told Pap every time, and then Pap come up. Wait a minute. Remy told Pap every time, start talking about her, Remy coming after Pap. No, I don't get that. What she meant?
I think she meant because Remy she told Papoose what she said alive. Anytime that Clarence, I'm saying it like that, comes say mention her, throw shade at her, do anything about her, she coming after Pap. Now, unless they made mediation today, because mediation, according to Remy, was supposed to be today. So if he made it and they made some agreement, maybe if she don't speak on it, maybe they made an agreement. But if he didn't show up or they didn't make an agreement, I expect Remy to come out and say something. He's a Gemini, you know.
Hey, no, but you know what? When you say that, it make me get it, right? Because remember how I've been confused several times about these two different sides of him, right?
Right.
And I said it was confusing to me. Is that how I be sometimes too, confusing to people? Because he really was talking about both sides of his Gemini.
No, he's a Pisces. I think he's a Pisces and she's a Gemini. Oh, so their birthday is, I think, in the next couple of days.
Oh, she the Gemini.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Oh, I'm a Gemini. You know I'm a Gemini girl.
Yeah, I know. So you should know.
Yeah, but he was giving me, when you said Gemini, I thought you was talking about him, and then it started making sense to me. Because he literally go, because I know personally I can go from one side of the spectrum to the other one in the same breath.
Right. Yeah, that's what she doing. But she also, yeah, I don't play no games either. Y'all real. Y'all
Let me put it on
exactly
Remy
how
Ma.
it is.
Let me put it on Remy Ma because I beg to differ. Remy Ma is giving me. Let me put it on Remy Ma real quick. She gives me. I'm sick of this old tired ass nigga, and now I'm finna hurt his motherfucking feelings. Period. That's what she
Basically.
gives me. She gives me like you ain't seen nothing yet, nigga. You know,
Yep.
and she gives me that he ought to duck.
Yep.
That's just how I feel because everything that he describes and then even what she says, it literally it screams it is absolutely over. I have no respect for you. I have no desire for you.
Right.
Keep stepping, nigga. Oh, she took it down.
Yeah, she took the live down.
Oh, yeah, she took us down. Oh, I posted it though. Remember I posted it?
No, not Remy. I'm talking about Clarence took his live down a little while ago.
Yeah, but I was trying to look for Remy Ma. Oh, I didn't go to her. Yeah, I went to her page, and I don't see her.
Her original live is still there, but not the second one that she made while he was on there. That's down.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't be knowing because I got to start paying a little bit more attention to how. Oh yeah, because I don't see it because it was just yesterday, 2 days ago. But Remy look good.
She does.
Remy looks so fucking good. Really, really good. And I think she just outgrew him. And it's nothing to feel sorry for. Damn, Clarissa love him and got so much money, and she gonna adore the fuck out of him.
She was saying that she was like, we chose each other, and we and that lie that she deleted. She said we chose each other, and they've been separated before she came along. But the thing is, it was mighty funny because when they first broke out last year, he said that he filed for divorce, and Remy would not sign the papers. That's what he said. He came out and said that on his own. Meanwhile, she said, divorce on the Breakfast Club, that divorce is taking time. This is not for her to speak about. So, from what I'm getting, assuming she thinks that the divorce proceedings already started, because he said it last year, and now all of a sudden she had to call him out for him to file it. But the whole point wasn't for him to file it. She wanted him to go to mediation for him to sign the papers. So the only thing I think he want to file is like he want child support or alimony or something. He want money.
But quite honestly, that's where Clarissa, with him making some big moves now, maybe Clarissa just went ahead and paid him out that marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, look here, you don't have to keep fighting her for that. I can give you that. That's some change. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Now that's just me assuming. That's how I get down in my assumptions.
I think she did. I think she did. Because it's this. He reminds me of these men that they like to do. They like to hold on to the woman for some reason. Like, I don't think he was ever serious with Clarissa. I think he just used her just to see what Remy was going with it, and because Remy wasn't folding, he was like, all right, bet I'm gonna be out in public with her. Let me see how this gonna work, and because she's bigger and better than you, and Remy still wasn't budging. Yeah. Because there was places that he went that Clarissa didn't go, but she goes on to all the events that she has with him, tying her shoe and holding her purse and doing stuff like that.
Well, that's the position he's comfortable in. You see what I'm saying? He used to be. I mean, he's very. It would seem to me, and he's comfortable being a support to his wife. He's comfortable being with a powerful woman. He's comfortable letting the woman shine. That's obvious, right? Yeah. So it wouldn't be any type of hardship for him to take that role with Clarissa. And Clarissa, hey, she might be the woman who gonna actually fucking appreciate it.
Until he do her the same way, then she gonna beat the crap out of him, and then you're gonna hear headlines that that Clarissa beat up Pat. He in the hospital, and she's gonna go online and say the same thing that Remy say. This is gonna be the same thing. We're gonna hear about this in a couple of years. I give it 5 years.
Well, I have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what I'm gonna say in 5 years, bitch. That's what you get because he was a married man. You know what I'm saying? That's the risk you take when you get. I mean, everything's a risk. You know what I'm saying? A man who wasn't married and you meet him and everything seemed rosy at first. You never know what the future gonna bring. Ain't nobody promised to us.
You lose them how you get them. You get them how you lose them. Really?
Now I heard Remy Ma say she don't have to, that he don't have to pay for the school, the daycare. I heard her say that whole list of stuff because she say she pay that anyway.
Right.
You know?
Right.
She said they can have 50-50 custody. I think he ready to sign the divorce papers because you know Clarissa having a hard time because now she got every reality bitch around the world wanting to beat her up. You know.
Ain't nobody beating up her. Nobody can beat Clarissa. And I don't know why Clarissa entertains that.
Because
like,
she insecure as fuck.
Yeah.
She's insecure as fuck. And guess what? When you those your insecurities is gonna always scream louder than any type of persona of confidence you can employ. Right?
Ooh, facts. Right.
I know they came out good, huh?
Yeah, that was good.
There need to be one of them Demetri lit all day isms. You know what I'm saying? Them lit all day isms. I'm gonna have to remember that.
Right.
But
that was good.
Yeah, because that's the truth though. You know, like even when you like if you're insecure about something, you can get. I don't know about your experience. I don't know. Every woman go through this, but I know myself. I can be looking the part. I can do everything. No, I got everything in place. But because I know something that makes me insecure, it's gonna just scream. It's gonna come out in something that I'm doing because I know it's gonna just be present. And Clarissa, no matter what she say, no matter how she talk, no matter how she try to get dressed up, no matter what she type and post, it comes across like she's not secure in being chosen. Period.
I think she was always interested in Pap. Remy had said last year that she showed her the inbox. This was I think back in 2021 or something, 2022. That because she would support her, but that she was being a boxer, and they was back and forth in the DMs, and and Clarissa asked Remy for advice on how to dress. You know what I mean? So I think there was something to that, because why are you asking this woman? Oh, I like your style. How do you dress? How do you?
Yeah, I heard her talking about that.
Sleeping with her man, like whether she with him or not, they still legally married. I don't care if they separate or not. I'm not moving on with nobody until I see paper signed.
Well, I damn sure wouldn't be trying to make no public goddamn claim to him.
Exactly.
And I have, at one point in time, that's all I thought it was. I thought that was the way of life to date married men. I found that to be very easy and very lucrative as far as my time and my, you know what I'm saying? And I just thought it was okay. I don't think that's okay now. But one of the rules to the game with that is, respect the game. If they married, let them be married and keep that on that note. Play your position. You know what I'm saying? And if you think he gonna leave home for you, he not. He didn't even choose to leave home. Wasn't he still living in the house with Remy?
Yep. When he was on the phone talking and stuff, he was still at home. When all this stuff came out, then she said, "Well, I like it when it's private." But if you like it when it's private so much, why you keep posting him? Why you keep going out with him? Why you like be so public, knowing that she's so public with being in this boxing thing? So then people are commenting and scrutinizing her. Then she's complaining, but you're putting him out there with her, so you can't complain about what you're putting out there.
She needs to go ahead about her business, find her another man. You know what I'm saying? Because quite honestly, like you said, her feelings gonna get hurt. And that's just at the end of the day, that's just that. And if she have a baby for him, oh my God! And he gonna put a baby in her because he was demanding to put one in goddamn.
Yeah.
And then what you think about this? The way Papoose was describing and the way he was trying to throw her under the bus, Remy, about spending time and how she mothers her kid. Hey, baby. When I heard him saying that, I said to myself, well, that sounds about right for a woman who really only had a baby for you.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I had it for you. You wanted it so bad. It just was a big deal. Okay, I had it. Now she yours. Here you go. I love her, but hey, I told you I didn't want to be no baby packing woman right now. I wanted to do other things. She said all that.
Right. And I think that because he's calling out her motherhood and all this other stuff like that, and he's saying that she kept me from him. I don't even believe that. That's like she said. She's like, well, I didn't make it by myself because she want to be out in the party. She's doing clubs, she's doing promotions, she does concerts, she does a whole bunch of other stuff. So why is she going to want to keep paying for babysitters while the father can just come pick him up? Yeah, pick him up. You want her, you go pick her up. But he wants to be under Clarissa. But apparently, she was saying too in her live that Clarissa treats her daughter like shit.
What?
So it was implied anyway. So, or was it him? Well, one of them. she's implying that treats her daughter like shit. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one. Because if someone treat my daughter like crap, ain't nobody gonna be around my daughter.
Right. I don't think nobody mistreating the damn baby. I think that's just the baby is just a pawn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a conversation starter, and the reason what's gonna keep jumping shit off for the next 18, 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all that is. You know, let me ask you this. Have you watched the NYX network?
No.
Baby, let me tell you, that was the best $5.99 I spent. That was the best $5.99 I spent this month. Do you hear me? The Knicks, the NYX network, right?
Okay,
I've been watching that for all week, and it is a trip. They just straight up fighting. For real. At first, I was confused as the fuck. Like, god damn, at first I was confused with baddies, right? But then I got this network. I don't know how I got there, but I got it. And I was like, damn, here they go with all this. But by now, 3 shows deep, 3 or 4 shows I didn't watch, and I've been binging. At this moment, I'm thinking like it's a Fight Club show. Right? It's so good. It's funny. I'm gonna do my review. I know I'll be saying what I'm gonna do, and then I don't do it. But I'm gonna have to give my reviews on this for the NYX because I want y'all to watch it with me when it's new shows.
Oh, that's what's up.
Cause they come up in that just straight fighting, girl. It's not even trying to be cute, the baddies or nothing. And now that, like, for me, understand that everybody know they coming there too with that shit. It allows for me just to watch it and without being appalled. You know how you watch it and you kind of be appalled at the ghetto-ness of it, or the hoodness of it, or the brutality of it. This network and they shows allows for me to watch that fuckery and don't be appalled at all, because all of them come knowing the understanding the assignment. Them motherfuckers that coming in on that network, they is ready to fight.
Yeah, I need
like
that.
They want to fight, and they get crunk. They get like hype. They get like they be telling each other how to swing and shit. I be looking at that shit. I'm like, what? I just start talking like you know, like at this moment now I'm looking at it and actually making like boxing commentary. Like, yeah, she uppercut her. And it's a trip. I'm gonna give y'all some reviews so y'all can check it out. Don't get it till I get my reviews so y'all can see I'm committed. What you talking about, Winter? I think that the child is collateral damage in this mess. Both are good parents. Right. They just using it for that, you know. And guess what, y'all? With them being so public right now, I wouldn't be putting it past them that both of them might be in negotiations for some spin-off shows as they go forth in their singlehood. Now, what you think about that?
I think they should have a spin-off show with
but something like that might be very well in the works. And
yeah, that could be.
And you know,
never know.
Yeah, with the divorce finna go through and with the motion going, and then all these public things, it wouldn't put nothing. They've been such a public people, and they know how to capitalize off of that. I'm pretty sure they probably gonna have some type of Pap and Clarissa show, or Remy and her new singlehood being at Remy on the go or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but they won't be surprised if all this was for that. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Indigo. When you look at how they moving all of a sudden this week and now it's quiet down, it give me publicity stunt.
Because they still, I was always thinking that too. Because I was like, this one kind of makes no sense, because why is nobody filing for? Nobody's getting divorced. Nobody. The divorce was not a record until this, and that's just a filing that could always be retracted. Nobody's going anywhere. That's probably stuff to get her career up and going.
And then they say this shit been going on since 2022, right?
Yeah.
And then even with him living in the house. So at some point in time, they know how to me, it's all the play as long as it's beneficial to them. Right?
Yeah.
In some type of financial aspect. So for them to be moving like that this week, it wouldn't put me past them that everybody know what's going on. The divorce finna go through and somebody finna come out with a goddamn show.
Yeah. That's true.
Because why they not still going now? Everybody, 3 different people, all 3 ain't got sense at the same damn time.
I know, right?
Well, they already have Love and Hip Hop, so maybe that storyline might hit there too. So y'all telling me Love and Hip Hop still? I didn't even know that Love and Hip Hop was still going.
That was
obviously it's easy because I heard something about Stevie J stabbed Lil Scrappy.
he did.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
would be
heard that
a
because I
storyline.
was gonna come on here and talk about it, about what I heard, and then I was gonna ask y'all because y'all know I don't keep, I hadn't been keeping up with shit, and so they saying something about Bambi and Stevie J was working together, some shit. So Bambi and Stevie J messing around?
I have not heard. I don't know.
Oh, but they say Lil Scrappy went to the hospital, and then Stevie J had a knife on the set or
Oh,
something.
oh, I did not know. I did not hear about this, but I'm going to be looking now.
Yeah, because guess what, Kathy Smith? It could be Remy. Either one of them could have a show, and would be real good and real funny if both of them had a goddamn show. Of both of them navigating their lives after the divorce.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see Remy back on Love and Hip Hop having the whole storyline about this. I can see
Yeah.
that too.
Girl, yes, they had a prior time. I didn't know, y'all. I'm just getting back in reality TV. So, y'all, that's what I'll tell y'all to say this. I just started this another new show on that network. No. I think I'm gonna watch 9. I got the Knicks network. I'm gonna pay for another app, y'all. I'm gonna get Now That's TV. You got Now That's TV?
No.
Girl, so I'm gonna find the shows. I keep telling it Lane about the app I use while I watch all the movies and stuff.
Yeah, I need your playlist. I need the list.
Yeah, you know what I said I was gonna make a. That's why I said I got to, because when I'm watching now, I say I need to just do a summary, because what I've been doing is like watching the shows like from what the latest show, and then going back and watching backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so by doing that, it makes me get more appreciation for the apps and for the networks, because you can see how they just doing so good growing, And I said I need to give a summary and let y'all know who the cast is to the people on. That way, right before they have a new show, everybody can be caught up and we can watch.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Because that shit is funny, and they be coming up through there fighting like a motherfucker. And I said that this new reality TV is going to single-handedly stop gun violence.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't think that, because it seemed like now people really about throwing hands.
Right.
From the Baddies Club to the Bad Boys Club to the Knicks Network and Now That's TV, where they literally fighting, and it is no. But it seems like to me, if they make it, everybody want to, like all the young girls want to be baddies now, right?
Right.
And if they're gonna be wanting to fight and stuff, to me, that sounds like that's gonna eliminate and lower goddamn gun violence. To me, a new generation of goddamn fist fighters.
Yeah, because that's what we grew up on.
Yeah, because ain't nothing wrong with people catching fades and stuff when they sign up for it.
Right. That's
Ain't
true.
nothing wrong with it. And girl, when I'm watching them women, them girls, I say, damn, where all these savage ass women come from?
Right.
I didn't know that these girls just fight like that.
Yeah, when you in the hood, yeah, you fight. Cause I know in Brooklyn they be fighting their ass off up here.
Well, it's very hood, because I know like in the projects and shit like that, they be all fighting and stuff like that. But just like I didn't know it was so wide. These people coming from everywhere representing they cities and shit, and they coming to fight. Street
right.
fight. Girls, pretty girls and shit. They wigs get taken off, they don't give a damn. They getting their eye busted up. I'm like, God damn. And then they put on their wigs and shit and their makeup and go twerk.
Yeah, you can't sleep on the pretty girls. Everybody always thinks that an ugly girl can fight. Now, pretty girls can fight too.
And them little ones.
Yo, yeah, the little ones, yep.
Yeah, so that's what I'm finna go watch, y'all. That's how I'm finna spend the rest of my Saturday evening, y'all. I'm finna go watch me some Now That's TV. No, I'm finna go back on the NYX and watch Baddie Girls, Baddies, the real Baddies South Central or some shit like that.
Yeah, I need that name. I'm gonna have to write it down, download it. After I do, I'm still on my
You know what? It's not a phone app. The app I'm talking about, I'm gonna type it in here. It's like an app that come on your TVs.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Like a streaming service.
Yeah, it's not like
that's the one thing I don't fucking like, because it don't have the Apple app that I can put on my phone. So when I'm gone, I can't watch my shows.
Oh, it's like in what? Okay. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get off up here. I'm gonna download it.
Girl, yes, it's gonna be a good $5.99.
That's okay. I pay $5.99 for the Brandon
It's
Network.
good, and you can watch all of the shows in the whole month in capsule. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Because that's why I'm getting the other app. All
Okay.
right, y'all. Thank you for coming up, Indigo. Thank
All right.
y'all for being
No
here.
problem. All right.
And
See you down there.
okay, I'm so glad that I came on, y'all, and did this little live. And I stayed on here for almost 3 hours, so I feel good about it. What I'm saying, I don't watch it, but I want to see Baddies logos or Africa. It's Africa. I'm watching Baddies Africa, baby, and that's what I'm saying. I watch Baddies, but Baddies, that the Zeus Network stuff is all on that app I told y'all about, especially the pit crew. I tell y'all about all the time. I enjoyed hanging with y'all today too. Called this is the app I use. I'm gonna type it in. Okay. Now this right here is the name of the app in the app store that I have, and I pay. Now you don't have to pay nothing. It's a free app, and you can watch all the Zeus shows like Zooty, not Zooty's child, like the Zeus, Baddies South Central. I mean Baddies Africa, and the new Baddies Gone Wild show that just started 3 weeks ago. All of the Zeus shows are on this app called WODFIX. It's a free app. I pay $4.99 a month, but that's just so I can cast it on my TV. But it's a free app. So you can watch all the Zoo shows on there. The other network I'm talking about, NYX, that's $5.99. I'm glad you came. I am too. I finally had some downtime. My son gone for the weekend. My man gone working and shit. So nobody need my attention. Don't nobody need me to do nothing. I got some downtime. So yeah. I'm glad to come on too. So y'all have a good evening, and I will see y'all later. Now y'all got me inspired to do some content. I know a few of y'all interested about the shows I'm talking about, so I'm gonna work on that. All right, y'all. Have a great Saturday night. Bye. And it was good fussing with you, Winter Girl.